Hi guys, welcome. Happy Friday to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Bit of a late start again. Aaron literally just made it downstairs. Just came in from work, hit the shower, and
Yes.
by the skin of his teeth he made it because I was planning to go it alone until he got here.
All right.
But anyways,
Come on, fresh and ready.
he's here, so he just set up here.
Yes, you don't get the glasses yet. Go for the glasses. All right.
So happy Friday again to everyone. Happy Friday to those in television land, also to our silent viewers. Welcome again. Hope everyone had a productive week and having a good start to the beginning of the weekend. You guys have to set up some stuff here. So how's everyone doing tonight? My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, remember to sum up the live as you come in and share us out if you can. It will be greatly appreciated. As usual, I'm just...
Oh, big up Truck Life, Jam Fett, yeah, Daddy Gilly, and who else in the chat? Ricardo, right? Anybody else?
is a week.
All right. Yes, and of course, you the sensational.
Good night.
Bless up, sir. You know, say mom's doing a little housekeeping. So that is mom's going to call our moms. Honey, sorry. Wifey, sorry. All right, you know. So wifey, I do a little housekeeping, right? And of course, we are so passionate about this topic and currently what is happening. Right? Needless to say that what we see really taking place is a concern for all of us, right? And tonight we definitely are going to discuss, you understand, the information in detail, right, as to what definitely unfolding. For some people last week, right, I did start to be on borderline in terms of wanting more investigation to have an understanding of why Vladimir Putin made the decision, because I don't want to really come out and speak right with any form of ignorance. So I did some detailed research, and of course we are going to deal with those topics. And for any persons who want to come up, right, and let us interact, Jamfet, Natural Tommy, Daddy Gilmore, right, you name it. So, wife is going to go into the chat and deal with some of the posts there.
Okay, right, guys, so again, welcome. I'm just going to acknowledge those who are here in the chat. So, welcome to Lady M. Sullivan, USA. She said she's here waiting. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And Truck Life Jamaica is in the building. Thank you so much for your usual support. Ricardo here as well. Happy Friday. Jamfet. Hopefully me not sleep it. I get later. I know Jamfet. Yes. Sorry about that, but you know how work flex go already. We have to give credence to the one that we get the sustenance from. So
well, we have to agree with moms on that.
And Truck Life is saying Ricardo, and is also bigging up Jamfet, giving a fist bump. Truck Life is saying always good to see you guys. Good to have you here.
Yes, man.
Well.
Bless up Truck Life.
Truck Life, as always, really appreciate your continued support. And Mr. Gilmore Jarrett is in the building, saying respect to everyone in the room. Enough respect to you too, Mr. Gilmore, and thank you again for being here. Ricardo is bigging up Truck Life. Also blessings to Mr. Jarrett. Truck Life said, still loving that green share, the green outline. Thank you, really appreciate that. Thanks. And Mr. Gilmore said, Panda juggling. Okay, so he's at work. And Truck Life is saying blessings to Mr. Jarrett. And Yuda, sensational, is in the building. Good night, Yuda. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate you being here. And Truck Life is saying Yuda blessings. Ricardo is blessing up onto Yuda. And Yuda didn't see no ads. Okay, I'm gonna check that. I turn it on from I put the notification out, but I'm just gonna check it again. Thank you so much for that, Yuda. Guys, if anyone getting traffic coming in, can let me know. Yuda is saying Ricardo, and Tiffany Nation is in the building saying good night to everyone. Tiffany. Blessings, Tiffany. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday again to each and every one. Yuda is saying Truck Life. Mr. Gilmore is bigging up Yuda. Yuda is saying Mr. Jarrett, and Ricardo is saying, Auntie Yuda, please to behave yourself tonight. Right. This is a warning. And Truck Life is saying blessings to Tiffany, and Ricardo is saying Tiffany and giving a virtual hug. And Truck Life is saying Ricardo lol. And Tiffany saying Truck Life big up. Mr. Gilmore is blessing up Truck Life. And Life with the Deans is in the building. Sorry. Saying good night, everyone. Good night, Life with the Deans. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday to you and welcome. Make friends if you don't have anyone here, and they will likewise show you back friendship in return at the appropriate time. But welcome. Thank you. And Yuda is saying Tiffany is saying Ricardo, and Tiffany is blessing up Yuda as well. Truck Life is blessing up the Deans. Tiffany is welcoming the Deans, and the Deans are saying same to you. Thank you so much. And Mr. Gilmore is saying Tiffany blessings. Truck Life is saying always good to hear Mr. Barron speak.
Blessed Truck Life.
Thank you. And you then said, man, nephew Ricardo, don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior. Ricardo said, you have been warned. And Ricardo said, jam fit, go and go sleep. And like him fall asleep early because I'm not here early, but Mr. Jarrett said amen to that. And Tiffany saying, Mr. Jarrett, Tallman TV is in the building. Welcome, Tallman. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your presence here. And Tallman is saying, hi, Tiffany, baby.
All right.
And you guys saying, but my nephew, how you so nervous and worried? The dirty crystal ball don't lie so relaxing good. Oh, my God. And Chucklife is saying, Tallman, bless up. Ricardo is saying, Byron, my brethren, and showing you some strength. And
bless up, Ricky.
On at you. And Tiffany is saying, Ricardo, Taylor, family, and tutorial still come over here. So she's asking a question, and Tallman is saying hi to Truck Life. Yoda is saying, take some deep breath, Ricardo, and more salutations going around. Tiffany, blessing up Tallman, and more salutations. Sorry, guys, I'm going to skip the salutations a bit just to get, since we are late in starting. And Truck Life is saying, Yoda, you start. And Ricardo is saying, Tiffany, a long time I don't see them, you know. And Ricardo is saying, you start already. And Tallman giving salutations to Ricardo. And Yuda is saying, it's not me, Truck Life, it's Ricardo. And more blessings going around. I'll just highlight them as I go down. And Tiffany is saying, gotta show them sign. Ricardo is saying, what did I do? And laughing. And Truck Life is laughing at what Yuda said. And Ricardo is saying, yes, Tiff. And Tiffany is saying, life with the what and? What did I say? Did I say Deans? Yeah, I said life with the Deans. Did I say something else, Tiffany? Blessings, Tallman. I'm here eating a fish head. Whoa! Did I get down in our fish head? And more salutations there from Yuda. And Tallman is saying, Yuda, get me some fish head. And more salutations there. And you guys saying, okay, I will tell man I get fresh fish here. Okay. And Ricardo is saying, night blood, please, night blood, please to time out Judah. And Clive is saying Ricardo lol. Okay, and we have caught up with the chat.
All right. So just let me just send out the invitation in terms of any persons who want to come up and let us have an interaction.
And guys, right. Sorry, feel free to put your comment or your contribution towards the topic in the chat, and the topic is Russia en route to World War III. Yeah,
as you see the topic, Russia en route to onwards to World War III. I'm 100% convinced that that is the ultimate objective of Vladimir Putin, right? So we are going to definitely, get into and try to understand where Putin is coming from, right? And so then I have done some research, right, as it relates to Vladimir Putin himself, right? But first, there are partially three main objectives that Putin is going towards right now. Last week, I remember specifically stated that Vladimir Putin's intention is to beat Ukraine to a pulp with the intention to draw out NATO, because that is the ultimate objective. And I am going to definitely just prove certain things to us all, right? So let us just get into the situation as it relates to Vladimir Putin's profile, right? Now, Vladimir Putin attended the Leningrad State University, where he studied law, right? Immediately after leaving the university, he worked as a KGB foreign intelligence officer for 16 years, where he ascended to the top as a lieutenant colonel, right, of the KGB, lieutenant colonel. He resigned the KGB in 1991 to begin his political career, where he became president of Russia in 1999 until current. He had since then ruled Russia with an iron fist and involved in many corruption, including silencing many of those who oppose him politically or otherwise. His global scrutiny and political downfall began in the year 2009. This is where it all started. Everything what Putin is doing now, this is the beginning of everything what Putin is playing out now. This is the primary reason, right? In 2009, it was alleged that Russian government was responsible for the death of Sergei Leonidovich Magnitsky. Now, that name is extremely familiar, right? Because that name ended up to be a bill that was passed in that person's name, right? In the United States. So Sergei Leonidovich Magnitsky, right, who at the time of his death was a Russian tax advisor responsible for exposing corruption and misconduct of the Russian government and officials. Listen, this became a global interest as a result of such exposure. And so a bipartisan bill passed by the United States Congress and signed into law by President Barack Obama. Now, we are going to get so in-depth with this, which led to the seizure of billions of dollars of Vladimir Putin and his Russian oligarchs. Listen, the Magnitsky Act that Obama, right, signed into law is the primary reason. And for today, right, Ukraine has been used as a proxy to have that fight with the United States and to draw out NATO. So Ukraine is not the primary object. Ukraine is a proxy. You understand? To, guess what? Vladimir Putin and his oligarchs, billions of dollars for them seized as a result of the Magnitsky Act. After the seizure of many Russian oligarchs' assets, Russian economy went spiral downwards, and where other sanctions against the Russian government further affected the Russian economy in several areas of the world. And so a pretext war with Ukraine was long calculated. Now, the objectives of Putin, right? Now, what Putin wants to do in the region as it relates to Ukraine, right? Putin's intention, one, are as follows: recreating the Soviet Union, which would maximize his military strength in the region and expand on his oil resource. Why Putin want to do that? Russia, right, supply most of the world resources as it relates to oil. Ukraine, right, has plenty of that. Also, Russia is one of the largest supply of grains. Ukraine also have plenty of that. If you remember in the Soviet Union days when Ukraine was now a part of Russia, right, part of the Soviet Union, right, they were just one, Ukraine and Russia, forming the Soviet Union, right? Now, using Ukraine as a pretext to draw NATO into a war as a result of several sanctions against him and his oligarchs. But now for Putin to make that move would have been now make him stronger, military might would him expand in the region. Now, economically, right, he would now have more oil resources, right, and much more grains to supply if he control Ukraine, right? Now, tonight we will begin with the latter of the crippling sanctions on Putin and the Russian economy on a whole. As a result of what the United States did, right? Vladimir Putin has a burning debt as a result of the millions of dollars that the United States seized. Now, one of the reasons why the United States seized billions of dollars for Vladimir Putin was to the fact that Sergei Leonovich Magnitsky, who at the time, right, was the tax advisor, found out that Vladimir Putin and the oligarchs involved in multiple corruptions, right? Taxpayers' money, then them enrich themselves from that. And so Sergei Leonovich Magnitsky, right, exposed the information. As a result of the exposure, Vladimir Putin locked up this man in prison. And not only that he locked up this man in prison, this man met his execution. He was killed, right, in prison to silence the corruption. What happened after he was killed Sergei Maninsky, lawyer, escaped Russia. And when he escaped Russia, right, he went to the United States and revealed the information to the United States. And as a result, upon investigation, right, in terms of ICC, International Criminal Court, right, they also, right, got involved, right, and realized that, okay, there was a criminal act done, and in terms of silence Magnitsky. So the act was passed in that man's name, right? And as a result, what they did with the act was to hunt all of the oligarchs, including Vladimir Putin, right? To seize billions of dollars for them. Ever since, the Russian economy has going down spiral. Vladimir Putin have a bitter grudge, a grudge like one from the fury of hell for the United States. Now, we are now going to venture into American politics, which is extremely, you understand, have a lot to do with what you are seeing now and the move with Ukraine. So watch this, people. Now, you have where, you know, the past president of the United States, Donald Trump, right? Who, you know, a lot of people believe that, of course, he was a prominent businessman, successful businessman, and all of that, and so forth and so forth. Investigation proved otherwise, that he wasn't all of that. He was a bankrupt fellow, right? The United States, right? There was no bank in the United States wanted to assist Donald Trump as a result of always bad business, right? And always bankrupt. So every bank in the United States, one can research it, right, did not assist him with any loan. Vladimir Putin see that as an opportunity, right? And guess what? The only bank that loaned Donald Trump money at the time was the Russian oligarchs bank, right? Reason to get close. And so then was the ex-president being, you know, trained in terms of dealing with certain issues. Now, okay, social media was used to pump up racism, right, into the United States. We are talking now to come to a clear thing where people can understand why Ukraine feel this pressure. Because Putin want back his money. Now, what happened now was to the fact that Donald Trump, being in power, right, was moving aggressively, right, to undo the Magnitsky hack. And so if the Magnitsky hack was undone, right, then, of course, so you see a relationship between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. But one have to understand the reason, right, why that relationship was very close. I can say to you people that if Donald Trump was still the president of the United States, you wouldn't have this war against Ukraine. Listen, people, For Vladimir Putin to use Ukraine to fight this war, to say that Ukraine want to be a close allied with NATO. And so he worried about that. That is foolishness. The reason why we are dismissing that, because guess what? In the region, you have NATO allied who are close in the region to Russia. So then that couldn't be the reason. So NATO is very close in the region. You understand? Having other allied force, right, also neighboring Russia. So then for Vladimir Putin to use that is obviously a flaw. It's a facade, right? The real reason, watch this now, people, and you are going to see how the thing quite in sync. On the Western side of things, is person who's supposed to win the election did not win. And we all know that. Donald Trump didn't win the election. Which simply means the last hope that Vladimir Putin have to get back his money is not going to happen. And as a matter of fact, the reason why it is not going to happen, because currently as we speak, the New York City Court is now having a case against the ex-president, right? In terms of wanting to overturn the general election and many more corruption. It was imperative, it was important for him to retain the presidency. So then, if he had retained the presidency, then, right, he would move aggressively towards the Magnitsky Act. Remember that there was a female lawyer that was sent from Russia to speak with Donald Trump and other members, right? And that meeting was centered around, of course, the Magnitsky Act, right? To be taken back. But guess what? The better purpose, it is not going to happen. Now, to the fact, notice the time and how the time set, really following the pattern. Now, the ex-president facing a mountain of problem. Now, what Vladimir Putin do now as a result of that, because, okay, I tried this way to get back my money, billions of dollars, and Russian economy is on the downward spiral, plus more sanctions upon more sanctions. I am going to go all out at it. Creating a pretext to do what you are doing with Ukraine is vicious and monstrous. And let me say this, people, for people who believe that World War III is far away from us, people, wake up. Wake up. Let me tell you something. Vladimir Putin has committed war crime. One of the reasons why the war crime has been committed, as it relates to the ICC Geneva Conference, right? Carpet and vacuum bombing is totally banned. Vladimir Putin has no care about sanctions. The reason why Vladimir Putin have no care for sanctions, because listen to what I'm saying, Vladimir Putin just put in a scenario, him being a pilot, only plan to fly that plane. He has no plan to land it. Let me tell you what I mean. This war is going full out. We, mankind, we are going to witness one of the greatest genocide that is going to happen. The Ukraine population is over 44 million people. So let us reason this. If Vladimir Putin stopped right now, number one, more sanctions are going to reach him. Now, the Swiss payment system is now going to be considered. Simple mean, it is going to make Russian economy blacklisted. If you understand what the SWIFT payment system is, right? It is going to make the Russian economy blacklisted. So Vladimir Putin, and let me say this, might be because him and I born on the same month, you don't know why I say it. I can understand him very well and read him very well. Bring up Gilmore. Vladimir Putin has no plan. Blessed
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good night. Good night. Yeah, man. Go and talk. Yeah, man.
Right. Yes, Vladimir Putin. Right? Over the 200 and 300 people who are listening to me now on the larger world, Vladimir Putin will not stop the onslaught on Ukraine. Reason being, he has no turning back. The choice that Vladimir Putin has made, right? Yes, the choice that Vladimir Putin has made, he has long passed the borderline. And so then he has no turning back. Now, for me and other persons, right, where NATO stand by, and this is where I am totally in a disagreement with NATO. You have seen just 2 days ago, Vladimir Putin make an aggressive move. The aggressive move that Vladimir Putin has made has now taken over Ukraine, largest nuclear. So then, that should tell us something. Not only that Vladimir Putin has seized control of Ukraine nuclear plant, but Vladimir Putin, prior in seizing Ukraine nuclear plant, had set his nuclear deterrent team on high alert. Why do you think Vladimir Putin done that? Because Vladimir Putin has no turning back. And I am going to categorically say this, that what NATO is trying to avoid and what NATO is delaying, and NATO, I do understand your requirement as it relates to, of course, persons have to be a part of you before you can assist. But are we going to stand by and see genocide committed? Are we stand by like the Roman Colosseum who see the gladiators, right, killing human beings, and we all pay, you understand, for a cheer to get entertainment? Vladimir Putin will not stop. The other guards are 110% behind Vladimir Putin. This is going to be catastrophic for Ukraine. Innocent children being killed. women being slaughtered. And it is going to get worse. So then tell me now, NATO, are you going to stand by and look and see such a human crisis revealing in the present of the world looking on? Right? Because NATO is saying...
One second, Mr. B.
Yes.
Yeah, man. And me hear you put so much emphasis on NATO. I mean, you know, because it's like NATO is supposed to be a governing watchdog for certain things are going. NATO never play its actual portfolio, because if NATO stand by and see what's going on Iraq, Iraq, Egypt, Syria, and Libya, and they didn't say anything. This is the thing. What me observe, you know, what me observe in the world right now, what going on, you know. Everybody knows say Russia is Vladimir is a wicked man, and he should not be there. And he was a murderer, and if he charged with war crime, and he believe say if he put at the gallows, everybody see that. But everybody is like acting like this is not going on. It's going on. Me see this this thing going on. Me see all 4 countries go down. Since in the past 15 years, where after declaring war on them, the president come out and say, hey, in things they are wrong choice. Indeed do and all that. Look at Iraq. Iraq was said tell the world that they have chemical of mass destruction, and the whole country is now in turmoil. People dead, all kind of things. Slavery are going with and all those things. Who caused it? Libya. Who them say the man was a dictator. Yet, when you see the long list of things where Libya do to its people, Libya was one of the countries who has no money. They were in surplus, and there was a man who governed it for over 30 years.
Yes.
Yet all those things happen. Look at Egypt. Look at all those countries. So what we are saying, NATO not gonna do nothing. Like when they're not gonna do nothing, because right now, if NATO, right now, you know, if Russia, if America going create no flight zone, you know, it's an act of war, you know, and you don't want no high powered nuclear country in a no conflict right now, you know, because guess what, Russia maybe I use the might where system can use right now, and it can successfully take over, you know. But if America or NATO come into play, you know, remember saying, you know, a step up, 1,000 fall, you know. So at the same time, America know what they do. You know, all them are gonna try to make the sanction them start. You know, the sanction not take effect immediately. You know, but exactly. As it goes along,
exactly.
You understand? Right. You know, he can bite. He can bite. But you know, how me see it, and the little knowledge let me know. Me not think NATO gonna go. All right, we are saying that America is putting crippling sanction for Russia. Yet every single day there is 670 670,000 barrels of crude oil being sold to America. If you want to cripple somebody, if you want to cripple somebody, you know, me believe say, you know, man, you have to take the heart, you know, the heart, cut off the heart. The heart of Russia is oil. So the finance can go on, but you have to cut off the bloodstream. So you have to cut off the oil completely.
You see, the problem,
why it is not being done? Yeah.
The problem in terms of that, right? Russia partially bear roughly about I think about 40 to 60% of the earth resources where oil is concerned and grains are concerned. So those two commodities, right, are really, you know, resourceful, and as such the dependency for those. But nevertheless, this is what I'm saying, that we know, Gilly, and as you said, that NATO is not going to participate, right, in this, because NATO, reason for not doing it is not to further, right,
the aggression.
And Putin, and it might goes into World War
nuclear. Yeah, man.
But guess what? Guess what? Let us go the route that NATO is going. Now, if Vladimir Putin, right, and the oligarchs prepare to take on the United States, and use Ukraine as a pretext in doing that, it simply means when Vladimir Putin take on Ukraine, he is now stronger as it relates to nuclear energy, because he has just seized Ukraine nuclear largest plant. What do you think Vladimir Putin really make a move like that? Why do you think the nuclear plant is so important for Vladimir Putin to make a move like that? Simple means that, look here, he is now stronger than before. But this is what I'm saying, is NATO is going to make the mistake. Because we have seen where there was a delay, right, in terms of certain response, right? And because of that delay, it caused catastrophe, you understand, in certain war. Now, what I'm saying is NATO going to stand by and wait until Vladimir Putin gets so strong, right? Demolish Ukraine, take over Ukraine, and expand their authority. Then if, look here, for the very same thing that NATO said is concerned of, indirectly, it's the very same thing that is going to happen, because Russia now is going to expand. And if Vladimir Putin recreate the Soviet Union, it is going to be trouble for NATO. And then if Vladimir Putin decides to take on one of NATO allies, who is going to stop it? So if Vladimir Putin is moving towards doing that, mass genocide is going to happen in Ukraine. No, 2 years ago. Within the next week or 2 weeks, right? People are going to see the death in the millions. So as a civilized entity, right? Whether you want to fight the war now or you want to fight it later, it's better to fight it now. Because don't give him room to grow. That is my thing. Because if you give this man room to grow, it is not going to be easy. Because number one, listen to what I'm saying, and listen on the strategy. If NATO did step in right now, Putin wouldn't have his hands on Ukraine nuclear plant. Right now, if NATO did step in, Ukraine, Vladimir Putin wouldn't have his hands on Ukraine nuclear plant. So you tell me now that NATO.
Hey, remember saying, Serbia,
Yes.
it's not about just the harm of people them alone, you know.
Yes.
It's just that the soldiers them are fight for the NATO, you know. Hey, right, I know, you know. To me, you know, Putin is more unstable more than anything, you know. Hey, this. You think the man, I know, in go attack soldier, you know, in gonna attack a country, the man go and shoot, you know, in gonna like shoot it in our city, our country, you know. So the man is
Gilly, as I said last week, and so on, people can go back and listen to the clip. I said that Vladimir Putin is going to beat the Ukraine to a point. And there's no theory about that. Because guess what? The reason for Vladimir Putin to be doing that, and what people need to understand, is to draw out NATO. And guess what? If him do that, right, and NATO is not going to be drawn out, guess what? Vladimir Putin is going to move to a NATO and allied nation that is within the territory. So what are they going to do? They're going to fight the war then when he is stronger. This is what I'm saying. Because if they had defended the situation from early, right now, right, he wouldn't have the strength that he has. Right? We're talking about more nuclear energy increase on the pile that he has. The man have in his position over 6,000 odd nuclear. You understand?
and how much damage that can do? You have the how much damage that can do?
The damage that can do, and people need to research it, and that's why people need to worry. That can damage the earth over 6 times.
Correct.
Turn the entire earth in ashes. We are talking about nuclear energy, and not only that, it is going to turn the earth in ashes. That sort of reaction on the earth's surface is going to cause a tsunami. People need to understand that. There's sort of vibration there. You understand me? I deal with. So guess what? We are not safe. Maybe people are listening to me and say, I don't know why I'm talking. You understand me? I deal with. People didn't underestimate in World War II. Hitler, when Hitler made his first move, if the world did alert enough, right, they shouldn't have allowed, right, Hitler to expand and stretch until Hitler take on the entire world. Why do you think Vladimir Putin is not going to do that? This time, guess what? Vladimir Putin is studying the error of Hitler, and he's going to make sure that he perfect them. You see what he did? You see what he did? Definitely, right? Break Ukraine sovereignty. Now he control most of the grains, because Ukraine has a lot of grains. So the grains that Russia control, and plus Ukraine grains, make him much powerful. The oil that Russia control and the oil that Ukraine have make Putin much powerful. Let me tell you something. What Putin is saying, that if you are mighty, then you are right. And might is power. What Putin is saying and the oligarchs is saying is that who is United States to put sanctions on us? That's why you find it that these sanctions that the United States put out. Let me tell you something, and let me tell you the world on this. Vladimir Putin care heck.
In the what?
About sanctions.
In the what?
So,
You say what?
About sanctions.
Okay.
About sanctions. Because where Vladimir Putin is taking this, you understand? Trust me. is to definitely venture into World War III. So who cares about sanctions? I am going where the table can turn, where the Western doesn't have the power again. And if Vladimir Putin conquer, it is now the Eastern power. So power drifted from the West to the East. So if power drifted from the West to the East, how do those sanctions relevant? So you see where Putin is going. I don't care about the sanctions because my objective is to shift power from the West to the East.
Then will I be? That's what I say. If you summarize, say that the man they have that the mindset. If you believe that the man they have that the mindset. Say for instance, say those military commanders at NATO have think that idiot man have that mindset. Why would you want to confront him as it relates to war? So it is gonna be saying that, you know, man, you would be venturing into a war where you can't win. For guess what? If you even kill him and he destroy millions of life, you lose, you know. You lose same way, you know. So, you know, then just a hope say somebody just brave up or he just chop down and dead. You know.
All right. This is what NATO is depending on. NATO is probably banking on the factor that, okay, all right, other countries may be supplying Ukraine with arms, and then Ukraine can use those arms, you understand, and might defeat Russia. Let me tell you something.
They can't defeat them. They can't defeat them.
Let me say this. Russia will never win a battle in Ukraine. What do Byron mean? Russia will never win a battle in Ukraine. Because what Russia is doing is create another Afghanistan. Those people are not going to subject themselves.
Yeah, he can't win. And, even if you overthrow them, he can't win. Exactly. He can't win because if you don't control the people, they may not, you know, win.
You understand? Yes,
so you just take over the country, but you know win.
But what are the Gilly?
Yeah.
All-out fight that is going to happen. The onslaught that Russia is going to carry on. Because the longer this thing takes, you understand? I said, trust me, it is going to be a mass genocide. People remember me attack. This one now. It is going to be mass genocide if this war continues within the next 3 weeks, going on to a month. Just imagine how many people are going to be slaughtered. Right? And Vladimir Putin is not stopping. He has no interest to stop because guess what? Remember, he cannot turn back. One of the reasons why Vladimir Putin cannot turn back, the amount of sanctions that are on the Russian economy, it is going to cripple the Russian economy, paralyze it. So it's
well, then they will negotiate. So maybe they take our back some rights.
Well,
so
look. I am not saying that the things cannot change. You know? I mean, if negotiation is taking place and the United States said, okay, all right, you understand where you're coming from. Okay, all right, we're going to give you this, and we're going to give you that, and blah blah blah. Okay, for me, you know, in the goodness, you understand, of moral application and don't want to see life last. We don't want to even care about, you understand, what their agreement.
Yeah.
Providing that if an agreement can be done with Vladimir Putin, that save the lives of those Ukrainians. Right?
Sure.
Prudency to go there.
I agree.
Because guess what? The more sanctions is just like, let us start in terms of just a little ABCD. If you back a crab to a corner and the crab has nowhere to go, the crab is going to start to spawn at you. Where is the sanctions right now that put Vladimir Putin into a corner? You understand? Where is total economy is going to be blacklisted? People are going to suffer. Inflation upon inflation. Right? This is what I'm saying.
And 1 second, Mr. Baron. I don't lick a point, you know. Me have to talk for you know. And you see how this world is unfair. You know, say millions of people in a Ukraine, in a Russia now, are lick out and Putin saying if you do it. So you say you are gonna sanction a person's country, and you're gonna hurt even the people them where he is Putin. It's just the fear.
Because
you know, it's just crazy.
You know, because the Russian people them know say watch here. This is not really for Russia war, you know? This is not a Russia war. This is about Putin and them oligarchs and them billions of dollars them who get tied up in the
yeah, but guess what? They are sanctioned by the economy. So that means the millions of people that were hate Putin.
So
get the dirty and I stick to. You understand?
Right? So this is what I'm saying. Right? That okay. We are going to stand by. The world is going to be to stand by. NATO go and stand by and say, okay, all right. Make Vladimir Putin have him way again.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
This is what I'm saying, Gilly. Vladimir Putin having his way. It simply means mass genocide. People get it. If NATO stand by, we all stand by and watch on and decided that okay, NATO, and I do understand NATO requirement, right? It is not like we don't understand NATO requirement. Yeah, we understand NATO requirement, but I am saying on a humanitarian basis, we see innocent killed, baby, mothers, daughters. You understand? You name it. Human beings slaughtered. What I'm saying, Ukraine is the population for Ukraine is 44 million people. One of them dead by Putin reason is too much. What said? You're going to have millions who caught up in that death trap. Millions of people who caught up in that death trap. Right now, as we speak, the devastation that is taking place. You understand? And NATO just stand by. No, we can't involve because Ukraine is not a part of NATO. And so then it's our protocol, it's our policies, and we have to obey our policies. Well, continue to obey the policies because what that policies is going to bring, right, is the world witnessing mass genocide in Ukraine. That is what the policy is going to bring. You are going to tell me that if a super, because this is what NATO is saying, if you have a first world country, a superpower country, deciding to take on a country, you understand, that have no arms and be like them, and those countries are not a part of NATO, and a humanitarian crisis, right? This is what NATO is saying, that they are not going to be, you understand? All right, the thing what I can't understand, NATO willing to give supply arms, right, and so forth to Ukraine. So if you supply arms to Ukraine to fight Russia, indirectly you are involved. Indirectly you are involved because you are giving Ukraine arms. You understand? To go up against Russia, you are giving them Stinger missile, you are giving them this, you are giving them that. So if you are giving them this, are giving them that, might as well.
No, but remember say Russia, remember say Germany, Germany and Russia well, before though it was some strong ally. And now remember say German give Ukraine some stealth weapon there for we have a better chance against Russia. You know.
But Gilly,
And remember say,
sorry, Gilly.
yeah,
This is how me see it. This is how me see it. If a man ever give me a weapon, you understand? If you go take on another man, you understand?
But I want Carla come in. I Carla come in. We will come up and come on.
Yes, or he's going to, you understand, join forces with me. I would prefer the person join forces with me. You understand my deal? And so then I can't understand that, okay, all right, NATO is willing to give arms in terms of the support and so forth and so forth and so forth, you understand, to Ukraine, but will not have physical boots on the ground. Guess what? Physical boots on the ground is what is going to save life. Right? Physical boots on the ground is what is going to save life. Because guess what? If you try to match as it relates to number, the Russian army, you understand, is bigger than the Ukraine army. It's much larger. You understand? They have more sophisticated weaponry. Right? So giving them weapon. And meanwhile, Russia is killing their soldiers. It's only limited persons who use them weapons. So if we just don't understand the madness. Right? All I'm saying is that I think that NATO should be more supportive in respective of their policy. Because how is that, and let me say this, how is that NATO is going to say, okay, all right, we are in strict adherence to our policy, right? No, NATO is saying that we are in strict adherence to our policy. Listen carefully. You have the ICC, the International Criminal Court. You have Geneva Conference. You understand, who pass certain policies. And Vladimir Putin break them. Vladimir Putin break them. He broke anything what them put up, he broke them. I'm chatting about that. Anything what them put up, he broke them. So if Vladimir Putin had broken those policies, this is NATO. This is what NATO is saying. Although Vladimir Putin broken those policies, we are going to adhere to our policies. And adhering to our policies, genocide is happening in front of the world. Genocide is happening. You adhering to policies. You, NATO, adhering to policies, right? And Vladimir Putin now adhere to no policies because number one, he use corporate and vacuum bombing for the people them when they're supposed to use. And all I'm getting from NATO, we have to adhere to our policies and we're not going to put any boots on the ground and right? That don't make no sense to me.
Hey, brother, you're mad with NATO, you know, brother. You're mad with NATO, you know.
That don't make no sense to me. You understand? Because you, NATO, you understand, adhering to policies, anticipating genocide. And while Vladimir Putin said, okay, you want to break them, you know, you better review the policies, you know. Me to break the policies, I mean, deal with them, yeah. Tell me how that makes sense.
But remember, so the criminal do anything, you know, but you have to go according to law, you know. Remember, say, you know, so the criminal can't do everything, you know. There are no rules for the criminal, you know, but there are rules for the.
Mayor deal with it. We can use laws.
Yeah, you know.
If the drug act will tell us not to search a person's home or search a person without a warrant. Right?
Yes.
But guess what? We don't have to use the drug act. Use the firearm.
True.
Use the
Yeah,
firearm.
man. Yeah, man.
Said you can search the person forthwith. So when you have the report, tell the report, write in the report that you still budging and waste. I was not searching at the firearm. We came upon victim matters resembling ganja. It was sent to the expert. Don't tell me, which is class of laws?
Yes.
What I'm saying. Is that NATO, right, is going to stand back you understand, adhering to their policies, anticipating mass genocide? Because this is exactly what is happening, people. This is exactly what is happening. You understand? And I am so upset with the situation, to the fact that as a human being, you understand from moral application. You understand? Because what this reminds me of, you understand, is in the Roman Colosseum, where you have gladiators, killing gladiators, and people being entertained. Right? People being entertained over someone's death. Right? The world are watch on, and the world are beg, you understand, to seize. No, Ukraine, fate lies in a man that have grief against, you understand, the United States, have grief against NATO, you understand, for the obvious reason, you understand, because of their own financial interests, because they hold billions of dollars for them, and you use that to create a pretext to fight Ukraine and, effect the ultimate viciousness and wickedness to innocent people. And we all watch on, and we all not going to be involved because NATO has their policies. You have to be a part of NATO. The reason why NATO was formed, let me remind NATO, the reason why NATO was formed, because after World War II, and NATO have seen and witnessed and observed the cruelty of one man madness drive the world in pain in committing mass genocide against the Jews, killing over 6 million Jews. And trust me, catastrophic. Unrecorded Jews, unrecorded death of Jews that not even mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? Are we going to sit here today and have World War II repeated in terms of a one man making the decision, you understand, for the billions of people upon Earth's surface, for the billions of people, you understand, on this planet, one man is going to decide our fate? Then, let me tell you something then. If one man is going to decide the fate, but let the fate be decided, NATO need to step out. You understand? Step out and decide, say, watch out. If we go down, make we go down so. But make we go down, defend truths and rights and humanity, defend moral order. If we are to die, you understand? Let us die under that circumstances. Then you have one man back the nation, back the earth to a corner, and we all become submissive because the fear of that man, one man might. Vladimir Putin is too powerful, and NATO is giving him that power. That's all I'm saying. Yes.
Hey.
Greetings.
Blessed, my brother.
Respect, sir.
Yes, Mr. Jarrett. Blessings. And
Yeah, Jamfet.
Byron, I don't want to sleep, but I have to come up on the topic.
Thank you.
I have to come up on the topic because you're hit some home run, my brother. You're
exactly,
hitting some home run, because the fact of the matter is that this is NATO's war. And NATO needs to step up. It's NATO's war.
It's NATO's war.
The Ukraine is fighting because they express a desire to be a part of NATO.
Simple.
That's it. And I think the United States and France and Germany, we all need to hang our heads. You hear me? I say we because I live here too long. They need to hang their heads in shame because I think they're being selfish. I think it's about their self-interest. They don't see, and I made the point earlier that if that was Iran or North Korea, they would have stepped in a long time ago. But the fact of the matter is, whether you like it or not, Russia is a big oil giant. So
60% of the Earth's oil.
Yes. It's 60%. At the back of NATO's mind, yes, they're going to do economic sanctions, whatever, but they're still thinking about the oil.
And still giving them a backdoor access.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
I mean, come on. One man cannot hold the world at ransom. He annexed Crimea in 2014. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. The economic sanctions that they claimed they did, it was nothing to be talked about, to be honest with you. But I was watching earlier the Secretary General of NATO speaking on, I think it might have been CNN this morning. I was so embarrassed.
Exactly.
I was so embarrassed by the answers that he was providing to some of the critical questions. You know, will NATO assist these people? Oh, we're sending weapons to them. We're sending weapons. It's a disgrace, my brother.
Look, John, to say the least, believe you me, right? It's just a shame. It's an outright shame, right? That you have, human being. Let's come in from a humanitarian standpoint. That we stand up. You understand? And we have the ability, the capacity, you understand, to assist a set of people who are pleading for help.
It's the principle of it.
Right?
It's the principle of it. They're like, oh, they want to prevent a nuclear war. I don't think anybody wants a nuclear war. But the principle behind the whole thing is that if that's what it takes to defend the principle, that these Ukrainians are standing up with such determination, they're resisting for so many days. I mean, Russia thought they were going to finish it in like 2 days. And the Ukrainian people are showing such resilience and such determination. And NATO is just, I don't know what they're doing, but I'm really embarrassed by NATO. And
but John Fett, you know what? I think for other countries, why I'm not seeing, the appealing strength coming from, right? Lack what we call, you understand, sympathy in terms of if you put just empathize apart from sympathy.
Yeah.
Empathize. Just imagine, John Fett, you and I as a Jamaican, right? And one of our Caribbean country who have more harms than us decide to breach our sovereignty.
Right.
You understand what I say? And then, you understand, start to viciously attack us, kill us, and blah, blah, blah. People need to put themselves into that situation. Would you want that situation? Would any nation around the world, right, would want to find themselves into Ukraine shoes right now?
But you're forgetting a key element, Byron.
Yes.
Unprovoked.
Exactly. Unprovoked. We should right.
You understand? It's not like they have a border dispute. It's not like they have some. There's no reason for Russia to be in the Ukraine at this time. None whatsoever.
But what is now, John Fett? What if China gets strong in Jamaica and trample upon Jamaica? You understand? Bringing them army. And then when you look now, Jamaica now becomes refugee.
Can you imagine?
How would we feel about that? This is the very same situation where every other country, every nation need to empathize, put themselves in a Ukraine shoes, and said, look, if a country, a superpower country, decide to attack us, right, breach our sovereignty, right, and then make us become refugee, it is so sad. And then look, the innocent, you understand, who are now being killed on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Right? The man is the man who opened to say that, you understand, him now hold back no form of attack, whether civilian or military. Him attack He might attack everything. So then you have to clean up Ukraine.
Yeah. And not just Ukraine, but all those countries around that area.
Well, you know what?
The whole of them are one by one, he want to pick them off. You understand? And I mean, come on, this is European soil we're talking about, you know. A European soil we're talking about. We're talking about England, France, Germany, Poland, Italy, Spain. All of us are neighbors with the Ukraine. It's not like we're across the Atlantic Ocean and we can come up with assistance for them. You understand?
But Jamford, as I pointed out the reason as it relates to where people need to look on, and where Vladimir Putin, right, using a lot of deflection as it relates to his own self-interest. His own the thing is to the fact that the man in Skiak, you understand, go against him like billions of dollars. Like away billions of dollars from him. You understand, and the oligarchs, right? And seeing the Russian economy going down spiral ever since as a result of certain sanctions. You understand? Because he came out plainly that he wanted money.
There you go.
You understand? So then, this is it, and why people, well, not the thing is, because I listen to some media house, Jamfed, and they are not talking nothing about the man in Skiak.
True.
They're not talking nothing about the man in Skiak. And they all shift around it and blah. And you know why they're not talking about the man in Skiak? Because of who involved and who it is going to point to and blah, blah, blah. What Vladimir Putin was trying to do was to plant a mole into the United States politics, and people need to talk the truth. You understand? And the mole failed the mission. The mission of the mole failed.
And I hope people are taking notice of certain countries that are not condemning Putin's action, such as China.
All right.
I hope people are watching and taking notice.
All right.
That China have their own plans to go in Taiwan, you know.
All right.
So it's going to be a domino effect. Just watch the space.
Exactly.
No, but John Fett, remember, I said Taiwan, we're not different, you know. Remember, say, this will not be World War because, remember, I said Taiwan is a part of NATO. So, it would have been a different, kettle of fish. And no, your boy, your boy, they will not go in there, no, brother B. No NATO, they will not do something. Taiwan would have been a different thing. You know?
No, I think NATO is just using that as an excuse to not get their hands dirty.
Hey, Mr. Jumpy, they take it out of my mouth. I dead seriously take it out of my mouth.
NATO is using that because, to be honest with you, I think NATO is not really sure as to what the capacity of this guy is. But I think there's a lot of bluffing as well on his part.
All right. Jamfed, you touch a point, which part? Since you touch it, we just go come out with it. Right? We go come out with it. I think that NATO somewhat fear Vladimir Putin, fear the silence of China.
Yeah.
Because obviously, what NATO is going to have on their hands, and let us talk it now, Jamfed, since you come out with it. So we're going to come out with it. What NATO will have on their hands is the uncertainty of where China decision is going to be, whether to either support Russia. Because if China supports Russia, remember say Mr. Kim Jong-il over North Korea there. You know, we're thing there now, Jamfed. and Kim Jong You understand? You know which part Iran there.
Yes.
So what you have, and let us put out the hypothesis, what you call it, hypotheses. Hypotheses. We talk about Thai jump just.
Oh, they're guessing hypotheses. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. They're guessing. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Let us put out that now, Gilly.
Yes.
NATO doesn't want to take on a Russia, a China, Iran, and North Korea. The reason why I'm going to put that now, remember now, the Bible also speak of twofold, you know, that iron and clay cannot mix. And for people who study Bible, you understand? Let me put that out and make people understand what the Bible in terms of that reference. The Bible reference that the two political powers that controlled by the globe, which is autocracy and democracy. Okay, where autocracy and democracy involved, you understand, cannot be mixed. You understand? Autocracy represent the iron, democracy represent the clay. And so then it cannot be molded. So watch this now. North Korea, China, Iran, and supporting Russia, because Vladimir Putin right now is moving towards reorganizing the Soviet Union. That is one of his, mission as well, to reorganize the Soviet Union. Can NATO deal with a power like that? For me, you understand, look on certain armament based on paper. What is on paper? I don't think NATO can take on such power. Mm-hmm. And that is the truth about the matter. And that is the truth why NATO. Some things said NATO is on reserve to the fact of the level of uncertainty that if they go all out, a new world order might form. If they go all out, you might have, the world might witness a new world order, a shifting of power from the west to the east. And then you have the Eastern Empire rise. But guess what? If that is the situation, I can tell them that Vladimir Putin, who spent 16 years in the KGB, you understand, and know how to move strategically, that plan might be well on its way long time before Vladimir Putin start this. And so then that is the reason why. Is it that, let me ask the question now, is it that Vladimir Putin 110% confident that he's going to push this war to the limit because he will get the support of China, and he will get the support of North Korea, and he will get the support of Iran, and the mission of Vladimir Putin is to tumble the Western power. And if it is to tumble the Western power, then you can understand why Vladimir Putin doesn't care heck about sanctions. Because Vladimir Putin is going to definitely decide, and guess what? Russia is in that situation where it comes to, you understand, that control of supply and demand. They have what it takes.
Yes. Are you saying that NATO cannot match them, or are you saying that NATO took their eyes off the ball and they're not prepared or not ready at the moment?
Okay, all right. Jamfet, let me hear you deal with certain things. I'm gonna love how you ask a question there. All right, watch this now, Jamfet. Russia has in its armament, as it relates to nuclear weapon, over 6,470 nuclear weapon. Right? Ready?
Yes.
United States has 4,000 and change. Now, Russia submarine, on paper, may I tell you about on paper? Russia submarine, you understand, can go roughly about, I think, 9,500 depth, while the United States submarine can, you understand, go roughly about 6,400 in depth, a little bit shorter than Russia.
Right.
Now, this is what I'm saying in terms of that mind war and that mind game. Remember now, we don't put China in the mix, because remember, so China have nuclear too, and remember, so China have sub too, So if you have them power there, and remember, North Korea have nuclear weapon too, and remember, so Iraq have nuclear weapon too.
You have Pakistan not sure to cover
India.
the West.
And India.
India as well. India was one of the countries that did not vote against Russia last week.
So John Fed, make we play out the draft and see what happened here, so because we have played the draft. Just for argument's sake, that the powers that be as it relates to autocratic power and democratic power split. Who support autocratic power regime, which is North Korea, which is Russia, because Russia want to re-strengthen the Soviet Union, which is China, you understand, because you know the thing going for them, you understand, in terms of them politics, right? Now, those combine and decide, say, okay, all right, we are going to shift a new world order. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that that is the case, but I am saying that NATO might be on the reserve to say that we are not 100% sure of what the outcome would be. Because United States, England, Canada, Australia, and all them countries there, right? If you put all of them together in terms of nuclear weaponry,
they're outgunned, no?
They're outnumbered. They're outnumbered as it relates to autocratic power. You understand? They're outnumbered. And Russian submarine, you understand? Who to tell? I'm just putting it out there because I don't know. It is not like Vladimir Putin called me and tell me, say, Byron, so I have the submarine. That's all. Does the United States have any form of awareness? You understand which part the submarine they're there? Because what is it? Is because what we know for sure that Vladimir Putin is showing them signs and patterns. Vladimir Putin is not just doing things because he don't have no head space. Vladimir Putin already tell the world, say, see there, I put my nuclear deterrent team and I alert. This is what Vladimir Putin done, shall the world witness it. And they are getting panic. Why did Vladimir Putin did that? You understand what I said? So if you try to understand certain things, right? If I have to put myself into Vladimir Putin's shoes, I'm going to say, well, all right, you up now. I know that I am going to deal with Ukraine to the fullest. You understand? Because I am planning to draw NATO. And when we finish this up, if NATO don't draw out this up, me to go draw them out. So my team stay on high alert, Because that's when me draw them out, if they don't want to come out, me first a fire.
So I don't mean saying, brother B, what the use of him drawing them out? If in a combat with them.
All right. Me only say this because this is only subjective to me, Yeah. I think, but me I say, well, all right. Vladimir Putin might do it to the fact that he must say, well, all right, you're going now. the deterrent team, I'm going to go on high alert. Because me a plan, you understand, to definitely deal with the Ukraine to draw out NATO. You understand? If NATO, you understand, doesn't draw out by that, you understand? Me, I am going to take on a NATO allied member. Because guess what? This is what is going to expose NATO now. The class NATO requirement is that if you touch one NATO member, then all NATO member is going to respond. But through Vladimir Putin plan, you understand, after the expansion of Ukraine, expand himself, you understand, and him knows him I go touch a NATO member, you understand, because their objective is to shift the world power, new world order, right? Me, they go touch him. Look, my deterrent team, me only saying, my deterrent team, on the high alert. Because I say if him not come out, me I leave one sitting under him. Gilly, what say you, Gilly? And that me just say.
Why? Me have to just watch still because me.
Oh, Gilly, what I say.
I know better be. Eh?
What I said a while ago, is it a possibility?
It's a possibility, but me believe say it will be. Me believe say that is not his motive, as it with definitely. He won't want the resistance of NATO, right? You know, he would have been taking off an part of why my pursue. Because
hold on again. Let me stop there. You understand? And this is very technical now. Because you just mentioned something which part, like what you said, that you would want NATO to react now. You understand? That is what your perception as it relates to what you believe that Vladimir Putin is thinking. Me think the opposite, you know, in terms of me believe say him want NATO to respond to come out with that all out thing. You understand that to justify him coming out? Because either or either, whether NATO want to come out, he is going to come out if NATO don't come out. And so then you tell me what other reason that Vladimir Putin, all right, look, Gilly. No one threatened Vladimir Putin with any nuclear weapon. And you understand what is happening now. Any country threatening Vladimir Putin with a nuclear weapon? Did NATO threaten Vladimir Putin with nuclear weapon? No.
Nobody did Vladimir Putin nothing. Nobody did nothing.
Okay. Did Ukraine threaten Vladimir Putin with a nuclear weapon? Because
no.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you, why Vladimir Putin put him a portion of the arm upon IRL?
But well, a man back is against the wall, you know. Him back is against the wall, you know. And him want to tell the world, say, so if you don't stop me from doing what I do, for you give me all of the sunshine, you make everything I come down for me. The world is against me, you know. You know, say you know, like when I say public enemy number one. Putin right now being hated more than Iran and all them places, you know.
But Gilly, based on the scenario where you are plotting now. A World War III, you are saying now. I'm going to tell you why you are saying World War III, based on the scenario where you are plotting. Because you are saying that Vladimir Putin said the world is against me. You understand? I am backed into a corner. And there's nothing. You understand? We can't come back from this. Because number one, the ICC, International Criminal Court, you understand, is also going to put their charges. You understand? So then, now, the mind of Vladimir Putin having in his possession that nuclear armory and have plenty of it and have the most of it in the world, right? What do you think? Would that stop Vladimir Putin from using? Talk to me,
So yeah, so them say they want to put war crimes on him.
Yeah, the man commit war crime.
Did they reach that?
Remember that as it relates to carpet bombing and vacuum bombing, you understand? That is definitely banned. It is banned. Right? And Vladimir Putin didn't care. He used it. So then the ICC is now pursuing him. The International Criminal Court is now pursuing Vladimir Putin for the obvious reason that he breach. He's in breach. So what I say now, with all of them sanctions there, all of them something there, you understand? Well, against Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin sit down on X amount of nuclear, rare and blah blah. You understand that deal with? I'm back to a corner. You understand? What is going to prevent him from not using? Because you know some people say if me I go down, then the whole world will go down.
That's you up, man.
No, that's sentiment of that. Because he was going now. I don't know what Vladimir Putin is thinking like that. But you understand, to some autocratic leader, this is the way how they behave. If they can't have their way, then nobody else can be happy. You understand that? And so then the reason for him to put him nuclear deterrent team for high alert. That's why it is important that NATO must not tie with him, because what NATO is trying to prevent now, NATO might have to deal with it later. And if they have to deal with it later, Vladimir Putin might be stronger.
General. Yeah.
This is where I'm going. Because look here, during the development of this, when Vladimir Putin, you understand, was encamped around Russia, Ukraine, and them see it on the satellite imagery. If they had intercepted it from early, you know, Russia would take a presidency in Ukraine, you know, if they have intercepted it, you know. Right? Remember, look here. Don't make the mistake with Pearl Harbor. Don't make the mistake with Pearl Harbor. Don't make the mistake with 9/11. Crucial mistake in a Pearl Harbor. Crucial mistake in a 9/11. What caused thousands of Pearl Harbor soldiers to die was a delay of 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes just to definitely interpret, you understand, and give an order. And the 5 minutes a delay. See how many victims in a Pearl Harbor. This is what we are saying right now. NATO delay. Because guess what? If Vladimir Putin is going World War III, where they want delay, you want to use diplomacy, or all sort of the mercy them what you want to use, where they want to fight it now or later, you are going to face it. So at the end of the day, make with we know and limit is reach, then make the monster grow. A one mistake Germany make, why Germany never successful enough. If Germany never extend his army, if Hitler never extend Germany too much in too much war front, Germany would have been successful. Please don't allow Vladimir Putin to correct Hitler's mistake. That's all I'm saying. Don't allow Vladimir Putin to correct Hitler's mistake. Because if that happens, a new world order, what NATO is trying to prevent, you are going to see.
Oh.
You get me?
For real.
So,
I get your point where you come off, brother B. I get where Come on. Yeah,
Are you
yeah. I
going
say
to
you
deal
have to
with it
stop him.
now? Exactly. Are you going to deal with it now and limit the man? Or you are going to wait and let us stick to our
Yeah,
policies
man.
and so forth, and we're not going to do anything out of our policies, standard operating procedures, and so forth.
Yeah.
While
Yeah. See, I watch the wound.
enemy,
Yeah, I watch the wound till it turn out in a big old sore.
while the enemy they expand, and when the enemy expand and becomes a monster, you know can't control him. You understand? This is what I'm saying. You understand? Limit his reach. Give back Ukraine their power by stepping in. You understand? And offer back Ukraine governance. Because if you make, and let me say this, people are going to remember that I say this. If NATO stand back and allow Vladimir Putin, you understand, to stir this power unto Ukraine, God help us. God help us. This is what NATO is doing. Stand by because of fear. I don't see nothing else more than I am going to talk it. Fear NATO have. You understand, as it relates to Russia mind and Russia power. Right? Fear. Prove otherwise that you're not fearful. Prove otherwise. Right? And step in and take control and limit. Because guess what? The very thing that you are fear of is the very thing that you are going to face later on. And it's going to be worse because he is going to extend and become more powerful. Russia is doing that right now. They are expanding. Vladimir Putin have no stop in stopping. Vladimir Putin have no turning back. So if you want to be on the standby and want to act on your policy, right? And want to obey your policy while the Roman Colosseum is performing, right? Where gladiators are killing gladiators, human beings are killing human beings, and we pay on a cheer to see the entertainment. Human being massacre human being. Let me tell you something. NATO, you need to step in. There's a humanitarian crisis. The reason why NATO was formed was to the fact that you have a madman unleashed. You understand what I said? That caused World War II. And you formed NATO to say that you are going to be the watchdog and the defender. So I am asking the question to NATO. This is how you be a watchdog. Watching the mighty of the might, mighty of all might. You understand? Beating down the innocent, shedding the innocent.
Sure.
Is that what you are going to be doing? Stand on the side, right? And watch the onslaught of innocent children that crying out for help. You hear the cry. The cry is very loud. The children are bawling out. The mothers are crying out. Right? Mothers and children have to run away, leave the father to defend. And they have nothing to defend and stand against Russian might. Right? So what you are doing now, NATO, what you are doing, right? Okay, yes, we see all of that, and we understand all of that, and we understand that people being killed, and we understand that it might go into genocide, and but what? And but what? Right? And but what? Right? This makes no sense. Right? This makes no sense. Right? Be brave. Be brave. You understand? Step out there. You understand? And show authority. Right? Put the bully in a place. Because if you give the bully such allowance to create mayhem. If the bully, and the reason why I said this, if the bully wants to create mayhem in the Caribbean, and for people in the Caribbean who want to watch this, if Russia wants to create mayhem in the Caribbean, the very same thing that NATO is doing right now, NATO will also do it and watch mayhem coming against Caribbean people. This is madness.
True.
Ukraine is bigger than us. It's bigger than Jamaica in population
By far.
and geographically speaking.
Yeah.
And if they can do it to Ukraine, the Caribbean is nothing for them to walk through. The Caribbean is nothing. So for Caribbean people and Caribbean countries who are on the standby, right? You're only ignorant to the true cause of humanity and moral order. Right? I am saying this because at the end of the day, you understand? I mean, we are speaking truth and we all should be worried. When you have a mighty man, you understand, for his own self-gain, self-interest, that he is going to create a pretext. You understand? And at will attack 44 million people. And at will, intentionally, deliberately committing genocide. And you are going to tell me that the world stand by and watch. The world stand by and watch this and see World War II 2.0 happening and nothing being done. Nothing being done. Well, let me tell you something. If World War II has to relive itself, one thing I know for sure, that Vladimir Putin will not make the mistake that Adolf Hitler made. He's more creative, he's more disruptive, and he's going to drive that hammer home. Remember that I said this. I came back with this program. You understand? Also pleading for the lives of Ukraine. And pleading, you understand, for moral order. Where is the international law right now? Where is the international law that is going to provide and be the watchdog for countries who have to suffer by bullies? For countries who's going to be beat down? For countries whose sovereignty is going to be broken? For countries whose their sovereignty is going to be disregarded? Now you know, and let me spell it out, how we feel as a black people during slavery. You know, freedom was taken away from us. When we were enslaved, when we were whipped, when our rights were taken away, and when our women were raped. This is what is happening to Ukraine. Right? Are you going to tell me that we don't have any moral aspect? Right? Why NATO exists? What is the reason for your existence? Right? What is the fundamental reason? Are you there to defend truths and rights? Are you there to defend truths and rights? Are you there to maintain a policy that seems to make no sense to the ordinary people who want to be protected? This is the truth. Your policies that you are adhering to
are causing death.
Seems to make no sense for the people who are pleading for their lives. Right? When me as a parent, stand up and see a soldier can wipe out my entire family, and there is no authority. My sense of authority has been taken away. My sense of manhood has been taken away. Right?
Right. Brother B,
Yes.
this are coming like you play a case before the judge, you know, man.
No, but definitely so. Definitely so. Because the Ukrainians, right, they are human beings. Right?
Yes.
And are not being treated in this way. Left by themselves with a monster. You understand? Who equipped with their nuclear power. Right? And we are NATO. Stand aside and give them ultimate reach to be destructive against a race because of political differences. Right? So then you tell me then, even if Ukraine wants to become a part of NATO, isn't that Ukraine is a sovereign country? So Vladimir Putin, would you want someone to come into your country and give you such instruction, right? Not to become a part of who you really want to become a part of? That would never happen. Right? So when you look at it, right, the gross disregards for life, right, and the gross tolerance from NATO, and I'm not hesitating to say as a result, it could be as a result of fear, right? Because guess what? We have seen where the United States give Iraq ultimatum and venture into Iraq as a result that they claim that Iraq has weapon of mass destruction. They didn't hesitate. They didn't hesitate.
But they know that Russia has weapons of mass destruction.
Now, just imagine people and just imagine the world who are listening to me right now. United States attacked Iraq to say that Iraq has weapon of mass destruction. Now, let me ask people, and I want people to tell me this. Does Russia have weapon of mass destruction? I am humbling myself, and I would like an answer. I am asking the question: if
Russia have chemical of mass destruction,
as weapon of mass destruction,
of world destruction,
and so then if United States, right, is so concerned about weapon of mass destruction, they themselves have weapon of mass destruction. This is the irony of the whole thing. This is the hypocrisy of the whole thing. Why we don't step out now? Just like how you have ventured into Iraq in terms of the weapon of mass destruction. Unless maybe you are saying now that Russia doesn't have any weapon of mass destruction, they don't need to venture into there. Maybe that is what you're saying loudly. Right? But for the blind, they can see. Right? United States, are you going to venture into Russia? So, you know, it is what it is. Let us venture into the chat and hear what some people have to say. Gilly, look at myself one time to come on. Love you.
Yes, my brother. For real, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Me like you play your case, man. You play your case, you know. You know. Sometimes, you know, when a lawyer sit down, you know, or stand up and play case, you know. You know. Sometimes You know, the judge can't get the benefit, you know.
Exactly.
I see, and the same, on the other hand, you know, he will make the man walk, you know, or
Yes.
the accused walk, you know.
Yes.
But you know, you
And
can't say,
yes, get it. Really and truly. And here, my friend again, Natural Tommy. You understand? And each time Natural Tommy speak a word or two out of our mouth, she just happen to strike my energy. The unrest and war in Iraq, Syria, and Palestine are not much different from what's happening now.
I
And that's
agree.
the reason why it's in the center of the media, because it is a European country, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't be plainer than that. You understand? And you see, let me tell you something. Right? When we talk about human life, we have no biasness whether it want to be black, white, pink, purple. You understand what I say? Human life is human life. Right? And when we are plea for human life, particularly when there's a situation where someone who was unprovoked used pretext to commit atrocity against the innocent.
Especially children.
Exactly, especially children.
Yeah.
You understand? Is going to defend human life, whether the human life is white, black, pink, purple.
When I think you're between two you're between two trucks though, besides Jabba. You should be thinking of in control of your steering, you know. You see, look on that idiot there. You look at how yeah, you can't have your hand relaxed down there, so man. Your hand, you're between two trucks. You should be having control of the vehicle. Try to be having control of the vehicle. Those are some of the things, you know, because I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, I deal with a different thing. Okay, all right. Yeah, so what I'm saying, right, that when it comes to truths and rights, justice, you understand, we must first defend that, right? Now, we see what is going on.
Sorry about that, boss, man. Sorry about that.
Now, we see also what is going on in Ukraine. And in spite of what was unfolding, there's a little situation in Poland, and I want to mention it too. And I am not going to blame Poland authority. I would be wrong if I'm blaming the Poland authority. But this goes to show you that when you have some negative, racist people, that in spite of what is happening, right, and you have some black people who want to cross, you understand, to safer zone, right? You have few, right? I mean, evilest people. Let me call it for what it is. In Portland, in Poland, right? Stopping the black people from cross, right? I want to ask those people, and I get the opportunity to ask those Poland people. Polish people. And any of the Russian missile that is firing in Ukraine, does any of those missiles have blacks on it?
Only black people.
Does any of those missiles mark only black people? Huh? And this is it. This is it. Right? That you people who are racist, your racist tendencies is just a germs of your own bacteria where you need to swallow and deal with it yourself. Don't establish it you understand, to the decent atmosphere and spoil it. Keep it to yourself. All right? So having said that, yeah, you don't have no bias, Byron, but the world does. Every life is valued. But these slave owners disagree. I'm not tell you. Natural Tommy, boy, you're in certain depths. I'm not a liar. You're in certain depths. And you know, really respect your thoughts. Natural Tommy. You understand that you're on this program and you always inject in a very positive way, in a very powerful way. And you know, we really appreciate that. Even in time of war, racism is very much front and center in the Ukraine. They are prioritizing people by race. It's unbelievable. Definitely unbelievable. It's such a thing where it's so despicable. You understand? I think for persons who are racist, right? I am naturally think that
Natural born evil.
they're just, apart from naturally born evil, I just think that, believe you me, they are, how should I put it? Right? Because, I mean, where do they go with it? You understand me? I say, racism is just a facade. Like you know, like the sewage that reach, like the raw sewage that reach to the pit.
You know,
That's what it is. Yeah, let us. Yeah,
the other day I was in a conversation with a patient.
Sorry, yeah.
And it wasn't really racism per se, but it was almost something near to that. And I said to the patient, you know, my husband said one day, because my son had an incident at school.
Yeah.
And he was trying to explain to him why he is important. And he said that think of the world as a big garden. You have to have a variety of flowers in that garden for that garden to be beautiful. If you had just one flower that's blooming, people would get tired of looking at that one flower. It's going to be monotonous. It's going to be monotonous.
Yeah.
So you have to have a wide variety of people to make the world beautiful. And no matter what your skin color, everybody is important.
Thank you for that.
I agree, Mama Mystic.
Said.
Yeah. You know, because this is the way I think, and I'm happy that, you know, my wife endorsed my argument, because I look on the world, Gilly, as one big garden, and the people within that garden are us who beautify that garden. We come with different shapes, different colors, right? Different talents and different this and different that, and we are just beautifying that garden. Right? But each flower in that garden has its importance, right? Each flower has its importance. And so then, and that's why I believe that racism, you understand, is from the pit of hell, and I curse it where it belongs, right? Because it is from the pit of hell. It harbor no love, right? And no joy amongst it. It is not within the pursuit of happiness. You understand me, deal with? So for people who, right, is on the bandwagon and they are part of the synagogue of Satan, then we will understand where you're coming from. But for people who are lovely people, caring people, we don't see color. We see you. Because simply, you're a human being. And that's all I am have to say. Yes, I'm not trying to tell you. Ukraine wants the world to stand with them, but they are not standing with the world. We are praying for them, and this is how they are treating our brothers and sisters. You know? So sad. But guess what? I'm not trying to tell me. We are going to show who we are. And we are looking on the human side. and we are pleading for their lives to be saved, right? Regardless, and I'm not going to blame, I understand what you said, Natural Tommy, but we have Ukraine people who are nice and lovely and deserve to be lived like anybody else. So at the end of the day, right, for the few who might be negative, right? Well,
praying for them
we're
because
still praying for them.
better than they are.
We're still praying for them because we are praying for their lives, right?
And let me jump in for a little bit here for me don't know how long we got. Let me tell you something. Let he who have no sin cast the first stone.
Thank you.
Everybody have their shortcomings. Everybody has done things wrong sometime. And even though it
said that Ukraine was a corrupt country. No one has the right to go in a person's country and killing off their children, killing off them, my God. Somebody called me again. No, I don't know if you not hear me, but no one has the right to go in and slaughter people. Just hold up your hand if you hear me. Come on. Yeah, man. So, what may I say? Everybody have their shortcomings.
Yes.
So, Mr. Putin, I don't have no right if you want to take the people liberty from them. I want to govern 44 million people. Listen to me, man. We have to respect life. We can't just this barbaric behavior and slaughter people. You understand? But guess what? Mr. Putin time down coming. In time down come. And every child, every man, every woman, blood upon him shoulder. You understand? So it can go on. Film time down come. Nobody have no right. If abuse people.
Thank you for that, Gilly.
And a killer of people.
Powerful.
In the name of what? In the name of power.
Powerful.
It is not right. Brethren, we don't care what the people they want to do. But just like how Ukraine corrupt, same way this country are corrupt. And everybody have their little shortcut. So guess what? You know what? Nobody say they did bad. Nobody have no right if we start a people because they want power. No, sir. We're not hearing still, but guess what? My head officer called me, So pick up yourself, Mr. Mystic. Miss Mystic. We're not hearing them. We just only have to just indicate so you hear me. Pick up on yourself, man.
Bless
you. We know so maybe we're going to do the quiz, we don't know. After this, I just do the things. But the idea come up. So we link up again here. We can just talk to them people there. We can come back and if we're still in night, we join and see them here. All right, so we'll talk.
Yes, powerful contribution from Gilmore, right there. We really appreciate that in terms of what Gilmore said. You understand? You understand? There's no right where someone is going to breach someone's sovereignty. You understand? Venture into that person's country and you understand, create mayhem, catastrophe. You understand? And on the mission to commit genocide. We cannot sit. You understand? And agree with that. You understand? Whether the person may be white, pink, black, purple, or whatever color the person want to be. You understand? We are defending human life. We are the defenders of human life. Natural Tommy said definitely have to respect life, which is so true. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? It's all about respect the individual, right? And for Vladimir Putin to breach, you understand, Ukraine sovereignty, right? That's just a no-no. That's just a no-no. But I'm also in plea, right? Not bashing NATO, But to say that NATO, you understand, I would wish that
They will do more.
boots on the ground in support of Ukraine, and not only Ukraine,
But the rest of the
right?
world.
But the rest of the world who need a support like that to making sure that we are not being bombarded by tyrants of the world. We are not being bombarded by autocratic mind and people who decide that if it is not their way, right, it can be no other way, right? We want to live in peace. Life is about the pursuit of happiness, right? And we want the world to set on the mission of peace and love, right? We are to organize against tyrants, tyrants like Hitler, tyrants like Vladimir Putin, right? Making sure that we are saying that we are dealing with the respect for human life, right? That is what we are respecting, right? Now, I think I have said enough, and I want to definitely hand over this session to my wife, my beautiful wife, of course, right? And enjoy our program, right? To come in terms of the games that we'll be standing by and enjoy as well. But before I finish, right? Let us all, as it relates to Ukraine and what is happening now, when we, going to be retired to our beds, I look for words of prayer for all Ukrainians who are facing such a dilemma, such a sad thing. My prayers goes out for all Ukrainians, right? And I hope, Father God, you understand, would really touch them and let them prevail, right? And I believe always that good will always overcome evil, right? We are the representatives of good, right? For human life, right? We are against the catastrophe, right? The hell, right? And the wickedness that are orchestrated against us human beings, right? We are all to stand up and defend life, human life. And that is my final argument. Thank you all for listening to me. I love all of you. Blessed and one love.
Okay, guys, before we go any further, if we could just maybe take a minute and have a minute of silence for those who have lost their lives during this onslaught. We just take a minute and have a minute of silence, and you can, if you want to pray a little prayer. And that minute starts now. Okay, guys.
Thank you for that, honey. Really appreciate that.
Thank you for that moment of reverence for those who are gone. All right, guys, so I'm not going to try to make it through the chat because there have been a lot of mostly salutations. Those contributions that were made towards the topic, I did highlight them as we went along. So we've covered those grounds, but I just want to acknowledge those who joined while we were, while Brian was doing his discussion or going through his topic. So I want to welcome Tallman TV. I think I did that earlier. Let me see, I should start from, let me just go down a little more. Okay, so Miss Monica, Walking Purpose, Monica Miles was here. She's since retired to bed. I just want to say thank you so much for your continued support. Bling of Vivo is in the building. Thank you so much for your usual support as well.
Big what's up, Blinger?
With Friday. James Gippy has passed through as well, and Natty Slim has been here. Thank you so much for your continued support and welcome. And it's just an umbrella welcome to everybody. We have Melon Chris Lifestyle TV, TJ's Delicious Cooking, Pal's Island Kitchen and Lifestyle. Thank you so much, guys. The Sassy Diva is also here.
All right.
And Richie Rich Jamaican Kitchen is also in the building. Thank
Bless
you,
myself,
guys.
Richie Rich.
And Active Chupsy is also
Active Chupsy, enough love.
And Jan Fett was one of the co-hosts. It's DNN Family that is backed by Sassy. Thank you so much. And Teacher P Downer is also in the building.
All right.
Thank
Bless
you so
myself,
much
Teacher
for
P.
joining and supporting Teacher P. And Carla's Kitchen CC is also.
Bless myself, Carla's Kitchen.
Thank you
Enough
so
love.
much, Carla. Really appreciate the support.
Yeah.
And Lanika's Corner is also here. Thank you so much, Lanika. And the Taylor's family is here. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Bless myself, Taylor's family. Enough love.
And Naturally Tammy is also here. As you can see, we've highlighted
Natural Tammy.
quite a bit of.
No thing said. Trust me. Powerful.
And also Daniel TV and Comedy and Entertainment. Thank you so much for being here, Daniel. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Really appreciate your support and really appreciate you being here. So guys, that's everybody who has joined us so far while we're having discussions. And as I said, it was mostly salutations and stuff. Contribution towards the topic was highlighted. So I am going to go into the fun and games part of it. It's not going to be long tonight. So 3 segments. First one is spelling. Next, we're going to unscramble words, and then there's a bit of general knowledge, and it's not general knowledge just pertaining to Jamaica, it's broad general knowledge. So I'm going to go ahead and give the first word for spelling, which is exorbitant. Exorbitant.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to put water on that?
Honey, I don't understand what I go on here, so you know. Where turn up a thing.
What?
You turn up a thing. Well, hi, man.
I never put no water in it.
Like seriously.
Thinking, oh God, I should have put water. I'm a mixologist. Exorbitant. I am not a mixologist. I'm gonna go and say, shit, me just pour this up. I'm gonna put no cheese or anything in there. You want the rest of this?
No, sir, I don't want anything there.
It's Palm Bay. Hope you never take a big gulp.
You turn everything too high.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to see Ricardo. Where Ricardo there?
And Ricardo's been here.
Ricardo today?
Oh, this is the phone changer spelling. Hold on. Okay, guys. So let me see who first came in with the correct spelling. Of course, Ricardo is there.
Okay. I said, well, Mom's telling me to so.
You're still drinking it?
Mm-hmm.
First on the board with the correct spelling is Ricardo, then Tammy. Okay, Dion says the phone changed our spelling. Then Danielle. Okay, and that's the order in which we have the spellers. So first one goes to Ricardo, and exorbitant means excessive. Word number 2 is adversary. 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 Actually, it's sassy really for a spelling. So the is saying, Lord God, the phone changed my spelling. It's just to say the phone, Tammy. Ricardo says, I've been here watching, and oops, oh my God, this thing is just made a huge leap. And Sassy's saying we know Ricky that he's been here watching. All right, so adversary, which means enemy. Adversary. Let's see who first came in with the correct spelling for adversary. Oops. Ricardo heard wrong, unless the phone changed that. Okay, first on the board with the correct spelling is the Taylors.
What?
And Ricky heard something else. And Queen Bee is in the building, and we
Bless
all know
yourself,
who
Queen
Queen
Bee.
Bee is. Welcome, 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 Queen Bee, although we know
No.
you've been here in the background. Then we have Danielle, then Tammy, and then Ricardo corrected himself, then Sassy. Okay, that's the order in which the spellers came in. All right, so you have Taylor's down.
Yeah.
Okay, so the third word is valediction. 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 So Tammy saying, Ricardo, you're wrong because he had advisory. I guess it's the phone messed him up. And Ricardo is saying, laugh out loud, Maria lies. And Lanico's blessing up Ricardo. And he's saying back hello to Lanika. So valediction. All right. So first on the board with the correct spelling is the Taylors, then Queen, Tammy, Dion, or / Sassy. Hold on, let me just make sure I don't miss anyone because there's one person that is out of the mix. So I just want to make sure what happened last week doesn't happen this week again. Okay, so that's the order in which they came. And valediction means farewell. Word number 4 is encephalon. Encephalon. Encephalon, which means brain. Encephalon, meaning brain. That will help with the spelling of the word. Encephalon.
Right. You know one drink, right? You turn up the thing.
But why are you still drinking it and still saying we turn up the tea?
Nice.
Okay. Let me see. So Vibes with Empress Entertainment is also in the building. Welcome, says love how Ricky no call me. Let's see if I can bring it up here instead of on that. So love how Ricky no call me. And Tammy is saying the Taylors, you're on a roll.
All right.
And the Taylors are looking, and the Taylors are saying lol Tammy, lol Tammy. And Kellyanne Jones is in the building saying hi, hello.
Bless
Kellyanne.
yourself, Kellyanne.
Happy Friday, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it.
Exactly.
Empress is saying, see you, Ricky. All right, and we have the spellers coming in. So let's see who first came in with the correct spelling. And this time I'm making sure I go way beyond to make sure I don't miss anybody. The Taylors, Encephalon. Then we have Empress, Tammy.
Hey, wait,
Ricardo.
Anytime you see Taylors come out, Ricky don't have no talk, you know. You understand? Taylors come out and just fling two little box in a Ricky face and Ricky just stay back, so.
But I understand Ricardo. And then
Ricky Wagwan.
It's that's about snuck an extra E in there, then Daniel, then Kellyanne, and that's the order in which the spellers came in. All right. So word number 5. Word number 5 is adulation. 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 I remember like pepper. Adulation. All right, let's see if I missed anybody's chat. Okay. And Ricardo said, Empress Wagwan. Empress said, where Ricky going to Ricky?
Ricky don't call her.
Ricky said, check your IG. Empress, check your IG. Empress said, me not go on that right now. Ricardo showed smiley face there. And Empress is saying, soon, Ricky. And Ricky said, avoid me name, please, Baron. I said, Baron, don't call Ricardo name, and it's Empress. So Empress, I turned on pay tonight too. All right, let's see who first came in with the correct spelling.
No, that I should say, well, you know, in time, Taylor the boat.
Everybody on the manners.
Everybody on the manners, including Ricky. You understand? Taylor just go through our thing and just blah, 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 blah. And just go through.
All right, so first on the board with the correct spelling is Ricardo.
What?
So if I make a lie out to you.
Aye.
And then Empress, then Tammy, then Taylor's, I guess their phone messed them up with that word. And then Dion, and then Danielle.
Okay. So that being so that being said, we have what? 5 words, right? And Ricardo getting 2 of that. Taylor's getting 3 of that. So Taylor is one ahead of Ricardo.
Okay.
As we tell Ricardo, so Taylor no ramp with you, Taylor just put on the box and just hold that boy.
And adulation means flattery. Adulation means flattery. So word number 6 is merchandise. 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 So I'm gonna say it's the phone that messed up the Taylors. So this is what the Taylors have. So here, Empress, you know, where Taylor ejaculated. Oh my God, I think it's the phone. And then Mr. Gilmore is saying,
the comeback fellows.
Well,
no man, Gilly, you can't win something, man.
Can't win, kiss me damn teeth. Ricardo laughing. And Danny said, lol, Mr. Jarrett, and Kellyanne is laughing as well, lol. And Ricardo is saying, I went to funny there. Okay. All right, let's do it on this one here. Right, going beyond. All right, so first on the board with the correct spelling is Ricardo. Tell me he's making a liar out of you. Ricardo, then the Taylors right behind, then Danielle, then Dion, but as a C instead of an S. I guess the phone changed her S, and then she corrected that. And then Mr. Gilmore, and then Nika.
Boy, Ricardo is a lucky thing. Somebody different. You see, you go and treat them now, and say is a lucky thing. Somebody different, Ricardo.
You see, Empress, but Empress and Baron are your silent time now. Remember, so make sure some is silent most of the time when you talk me just barely because of your segment.
Empress real, why some is silent?
I can't put you in 1 and 2. So
right.
Let me have to pay for the time.
So, but I have to announce this, in terms of what is happening here. 6 rounds.
6 words.
6 words, and Ricardo and Taylor split that evenly. Ricardo on 3. Boy, I see like Ricardo want push back what I say down my throat.
Let me tell you.
He said, well, all right, you are going now, it might go different than one now. And Taylor is on 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see the end result between Ricardo and Taylor. Something tight or something. Go on.
And Ricardo said, telling me an Empress and a different view of Ricardo this week from last week. May I tell him I give it from different angles.
What do you mean?
And Empress is saying, Tiffany, internet good guy give trouble, Ricky. Yes. Internet problem. Empress said, like, and no pay him, Ricky. Like, and no pay him, Ricky. Oh my goodness. Okay, so word number 7 is amiable. 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 All right, so Teacher P saying hello to Daniel, also saying hello to Empress. And Empress said, I was here all night listening to the topic and I play a game when you were there, Empress.
Right. What is it, Daniel from all those?
No, Daniel TV, comedy and entertainment. No, different person. All right, so let's see who came in with the correct spelling. So first is Ricardo. Then the Taylors in go back for alien Wi-Fi. You went back for his alien Wi-Fi. Then Tammy, then Dion, Daniel, and Nika. And Mr. Gilmore.
All right.
Mr. Gilmore still in the race and cross the finish line. So that's still good. The race is not for the swift, but those who can endure to the end. There you go.
So let me step in right now. So we are on what? 7 words being spelled. Ricardo on 4 and Taylor's on 3. So Ricardo the lead. Whoa, what Ricky?
I roll out candle and parchment paper.
For me?
You don't know who fight. Obviously, them coming up down the line.
I say all along me I defend Ricky now.
Okay, I did that. Mr. Gilmore said, Teacher P, what a go on? And Ricardo said, don't call me name Baron. Empress said, Baron, tap call Ricardo's name and put up a candle.
You know.
Ricardo said, get the duct tape again.
You see it? And them arms those that Ricky want to deal with. My wife get duct tape on me.
Ricardo put up 3 candles and Teacher P said, nothing now go on, Mr. Charity, relaxing. How are you doing? And Empress said, Baron, like you have to go do something, me can't win. Oh my God, what she trying to tell her to put an extra one beside fear? Mr. Charity said, Miss Mystic, you see where me there? First with nobody behind.
Ricardo
Sabaran, shh.
All right. Now stop your eyes, Ricky.
So that was word number 7. Word number 8 is delinquent. Delinquent. You know, some never realize, some never give the other word yet. Delinquent. Delinquent. Nika said good vibes. Thanks, Nika.
Bless up, Nika.
And Empress is saying, Byron, make me hear his breeze. Oh my God. Empress is saying, go Ricky, and showing a heart. And Empress said, Ricky, catch the paperwork there. And due to how me now play. And then Ricardo threatening with the monkey wrench.
What?
Empress is asking, where's my teammate, Truck Life? Ricardo said, Baron Top, call me name. Empress, I want you have can't cartridge paper. And she start burn the fire. And Ricardo is saying, wait, I was such man there. Such man getting jacket and got like a jacket fit well.
Are you doing jump head?
No, I'm not talking about tutorial. Tutorial must be busy man.
Yeah.
For midterm, I prepare for midterm exams. I guess it's exams going on right now, midterm. So I have to take him book, I'm guessing.
Oh, he's tutorial in college?
High school, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so first on the board with a comeback is the Taylors, then Ricardo. So the Taylors first.
What?
Then Ricardo, Dion, but missing one N, Nika, Daniel, Tammy, Mr. Gilmore. Again, first without anybody behind him.
Well, no doubt, honey, this round seems to be highly competitive between Ricky and Taylor. Because Taylor actually catch up on Ricky now. 8 words are to be spelled Ricky and 4, Taylor and 4.
So
the war is
tight race.
Yeah, it's a
very tight race.
race.
All right, so delinquent means wrongdoing.
Yeah.
Word number 9 is insurrection. Insurrection.
Well, it's really interesting to see which one of the 2 participants here will be taking that round number 1.
Let's see.
Whether round number 1 is going to go to Ricky.
It's going to be a nail-biting finish.
Taylor. But you know, when Taylor in the race, a dangerous thing, you know. Don't joke about that, because you don't know, so Taylor always turn up the thing.
Yes, as I said, where's the reader lady? You that tonight? I guess she got busy because she's at work.
Yeah, you that busy, you know.
Percent. Me say and have a tape and can't find none in the storeroom.
No, Empress, me ID. So she can't get no tape here tonight.
It's all right. I need to run make a dollar store run maybe tomorrow, so maybe get some tape.
I that from week before last. You remember when she taped my mouth? I that after.
Gilmore said, tell me the game is not for the Swift in his case it is. I guess it means in this case it is.
Yes.
And Daniel is laughing. Mr. Jarrett is Dennis saying, love Mr. Jarrett. All right. So let's see who first came in with the correct spelling. All right, so I'm going beyond. All right, so first on the board with the correct spelling is the Taylors.
Whoa.
Let's see if we're going to have a sudden death.
I'm telling you. Yo, the runner is really interesting.
And then
game number 1 will kick off. You understand? And I mean, Taylor and Ricardo at it. And Taylor now give up, you know.
You look like you're asking for it. By the time I staple, I'm going to get to know.
No,
I'm go follow.
Taylor they go on good. The Taylor's family are going good. You understand? But equally, you understand? You know, so Ricardo they go on good same way. But at this point, boy, me just can't say. But we just wait. Me just can't say because both persons have the ability to win it. So Ricardo, you understand, him can definitely pull it off. He has the ability and the capacity to do it. Taylor likewise. I'm not saying nothing more because wife put him on silent.
Just mute him, guys. Put him on mute.
All right.
Trust me. Okay, so then we have Ricardo, then Empress, then Tammy, then Daniel. Sorry, it's spelling there. Okay, so that's the order in which we have the spellers.
So it's Ricardo?
Who did I say first? Whoever I told you first, it's the Taylors. No, I was just saying who came next because you wouldn't give me a chance to go down the line.
So are you on 9 or?
We're on 9 and the Taylors got that one.
The Taylor got one. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to.
And then word number, okay, the meaning of insurrection is rebellion. And then word number 10 is insurgent. 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 And Empress is saying, Ricky, how much point you have? And he was saying, I think 4, and he was correct at that point.
Yeah.
And Empress is saying, make such man stay and not see him care with no credit for joining. Man, blue jacket well crushed.
Boy, Empress is easy. You know what I tell you. Trust me.
Empress says something to tie Ricky. And Tammy said, I need to call the cable company to speed up my Wi-Fi. And she's laughing. I can't get a word. I'm telling you, it's hard to compete against their alien Wi-Fi, the Taylors and
Natural Tammy. Why? Empress and Empress
Ricardo and
the Taylors. Boy, trust me, you know, boy, coming at them up fire for what? 6. What call it?
10G.
10G. Boy, I know. Trust me.
And okay, that was spelling. Oh, and then it's saying, me fi tell you, Tammy, but in my case, at the phone still.
Oh.
All right, so she's saying, Ricky, man. And Empress is saying, come on, Ricky. And naturally, Tammy is saying, the struggle is real. All right,
yes.
Drum roll. Let's see if we go into sudden death. Oops, going in slow motion. Let me go way beyond. And it is done. It is done.
What?
It is done, you know what I mean. So the Taylors.
Wow.
The Taylors crossed the finish line first. Then we have Empress, then Ricardo third, Tammy, Daniel, Sassy, and Nika.
But I would tell you, no, say, you know, say, the Taylors may not want to support. You understand? You know, say, Ricky ain't going to take this, you know. That's why I'm in the carry.
I'm here, my head short.
So, I'm going to give it to Taylor. That's why I'm in the carry. We don't deal with losers. Taylor.
Nika said my interview is snail. Let's see if she corrected that. My internet is snail. That's what she mean. That's why I scrolled out to say must be a typo. So she said my internet is snail. So hers is pretty slow.
Yeah, man. Yes, Ricky. Anytime I pop yourself, I go for Taylor. Taylor, may I go for you. Deal with you. Remember me told you.
So you see what I know Empress start dash the bosom. So she said dash you over.
Me no business with the bosom them.
And she
anytime Ricky I pop himself, I go for Taylor.
Then she put the technology in it now, she put in light bulb and not just fire again, regular fires, light bulb. Oh my God. So as you say bad, but why you keep drinking it, Baron?
You give me. They say anything my wife give us was one video.
Let me borrow it and taste it. Out of reach, out of sight, out of mind.
Well, hey. You know,
That's my internet.
the same thing Putin do on trick Zelensky. You understand? And I'm making go nuclear arms. And the Quentin. When I believe Zelensky may take him up. You may take him up.
And the Empress said, and get the super glue, glue the lips. I may have gorilla glue upstairs for you. But me no want them come arrest me.
All right. So congratulations on Taylor's family to take away round number 1, beating Ricardo by 1 point. All right, Ricky, hold that.
Tommy said,
told you.
Ricardo's trying make it start face like, really? All right, so round number 2 is still a free-for-all, and it's unscramble the words. Unscramble the letters, sorry, my God. Just with me, guys. My eyes burning me like I want to sleep. I haven't got much sleep today. Right.
How much are you? 3 again?
Yeah, 3 rounds. All right, so I am going to put the letters in the chat for you guys to unscramble.
So, Tila, can you join this?
Yeah, it's a free-for-all. It's a different segment.
Okay.
Guys, I'm just double-checking the letters so I don't put any extra in there. All right. Here's your letters to unscramble. And I will continue. Mr. Jared says, Sir Baron, Sir, be a drunk. Mr. Bert.
John, like we talk about the thing.
It's true, but pour out the thing and not even remember something need to put chase and then it's still drinking it. I am no mixologist. Oh my goodness. Next time, don't trust me for pour your drink. All right. So Nika is saying thanks to Tommy, and Mr. Gilmore is saying, me done just a watch. For me in the world, I have 6 people.
Right, thanks already. Boy, give it them fast, man. I tell you.
Olympic fingers, and Tommy said, the Taylors, I'm rooting for you. Okay. I'm a cheerleader there.
Yeah. Me see wife you got to call Empress. Empress beat her up, but I stood up our 2 guys them. Me name business with that. Because I don't know what she got to call Empress for.
Empress said, Mr. Jarrett Hush laugh out loud then with laugh, and then said, Sassy said, lol. Sassy's laughing, and Empress said, come on, Ricky, and Ricardo said, you see you, Tommy. And Tommy was saying too close to call Baron, that was before.
Oh.
And Ricardo was keeping his fingers crossed. You need more than cross fingers for that. If you cross your fingers, you're not going to type fast enough. And the Empress was saying, let me have to go start with some people who take residence bed. And Tommy saying, Ricardo, you're on my enemy list long time in the lol. And Empress is saying that Mr. Gilmore said, Empress, the struggle is real.
but you're going to know, Ricky upon Tommy enemy list, you know, because Ricky coming like, you understand, I want to send Patriot over my place. And Tommy a different that. I love that. Remember me told.
All right, so first on the board with the correct word after unscrambling is Ricardo. And the word is thankful. So then we have Ricardo, and we have coated with chocolate.
Hey, honey.
Thank you so much for being here, coated with chocolate. Honey. Welcome, welcome.
Honey, Ricardo,
Happy Friday.
Ricardo, we know.
What is this thing doing? Okay.
Ricardo, we know.
Yes, Ricardo got that point.
I wonder if they want to make can't take away from it.
Look here, don't mix me up. Me know your corruption with you.
Till we can plan to put a point.
Me know your robbery. Ricardo said, "What did I do, Tommy?" And Empress is Ricardo, bro, I got you. All right, so. Did I call out how they came coated with chocolate, then Daniel, then Sassy, and then Nika? All right, so let's give you the other letters to unscramble for number 2.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go to the point for Ricky.
I don't want nobody come looking for me, you know. I don't want anybody come looking for me at all.
If
anybody come looking for me, must tell me that I win the Publishers Clearinghouse lottery. Idea why. Okay, here we go. That's the next set of letters to unscramble. All right, let's continue with the chat. And Empress is saying, Ricky, bro, I got you. And she's also saying, I'm saying Mr. Jarrett. And then Daniel is saying, oh, no, can't give me a chance. Me, I tell you, Daniel.
Well, Daniel, me nobody deal with them because you me a jokey. Me still die.
Yeah, you can go.
But Mom's claims that she better than me. And she got to come Empress. And the last time we look on Mom's, we see her 2 years them swell up. Honey.
Empress said, what a cascas, them dead married. And Ricardo said, Jaja. And Ricky said, link. Empress said, Ricky, link me. And IG fast. That's what she says. Yeah. And Tammy said, lol, Ricardo. And Empress corrected that IG. And Tammy said, can I tell you, Byron?
I tell you.
And the Taylors are laughing, saying, Ricardo, you know you are no match for the Taylors family.
Right, that's a big trade. That's a big trade. You see?
I said, Bram.
I don't. But you want know. Taylor's family do them thing. Mm-hmm. You understand? I say them always do them thing. You understand? But I'm glad so and them say it, and I say it because the one Ricky had for me. You understand what I say? But you know, say, and smartly, you know, say I care that family them I go for.
You're a real mix up.
I Taylor. I support the Taylor because Ricky I go against me, so I support the Taylor.
Me think me agree with Mr. Barrett. Your tongue roll a little bit. Me think me agree with Mr. Barrett observation. And Ricardo say, look how long me call you over there. Ricardo say, have a good night, Miss Taylor. Laughing. And Tommy said, go to Taylor's family and celebrating. And Nika said, me have 0 points. It's not, let's say, 0 or you just have the ozone layer.
No, man. Nika, don't worry yourself.
I should just get an egg she can boil.
Wifey, look what Ricardo call me.
Hypocrite Byron, and him shouting it out. And Nika said, go guys. All right, let's see Liv. Then you jump on both sides of the fence. Ricardo is not hypocrite, it's hypoplite.
Hypoplite.
Hypoplite. It means a hypoplite. Okay, so first with the correct word after unscrambling, which is holiday, it's coated with chocolate. So chocolate or coated, whichever you want to write for short.
Okay.
And then we have Ricardo, the Taylors, Daniel, Tammy, and Dion.
I Ricardo win this one again?
No, chocolate.
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 For chocolate to the points here, right? No, I'm asking you, chocolate to the points.
Yes, Baron, for the umpteenth time.
Okay, chocolate.
I feel like carry up the stairs.
It looks so.
Sir, if you better go in the room, you're supposed to sleep.
But on like the penny drunk one of me.
All right. The third set of letters to unscramble.
You need to click out or something on it.
Oops.
Yeah, click it out.
I hadn't touched the mouse. All right. That is the letters to unscramble. And I will continue with the chat. And the Taylor saying thank you, Tammy, and Tammy saying the Taylors did not come to did not come to play. Yes, they mean business.
All right.
And Daniel is laughing, lol, and the Taylors is saying, I know when Ricardo see the Taylor's family, he gets intimidated.
Achoo, me not lie, achoo.
And then he said, Lol Byron, you got tricked laugh out loud. Easy too. And Nika said, lol. And Gilmore said, Sir, be you drunk.
No man, me de put it gilly.
Ooh. Me say if it stop during that, because it shouldn't really put the water upon her or some cheese. So.
Okay, so.
I think they pay attention to him in the door. And Daniel saying the struggle is real, me I tell you. And Empress is saying, Baron, shh. Ricardo said, stop, Baron, call me name. Stop calling me name, no boss. And Coated Chocolate is saying good night to everyone. Good night again. Thank you for coming. Ricardo is saying bad mind Baron.
Here I know.
And Diana is healing up Chocolate. And Ricardo is saying good night to Chocolate. And Daniel is bigging up Chocolate. And Empress said, Baron, watch it, and threaten you with a parchment paper. And Chocolate is saying good night to everyone. Good night again. And thank you for being here. Ricardo said, you see you, Baron. And then we had the answers coming in. So I'm trying to make sure the chat don't run away from me this week. And the Empress is saying, Baron, shh. Jesus, our telescope come out. And she watching you no matter which direction you shift, she can see with that telescope. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see who first came in with the correct word from unscrambling. Somebody step up a little. Holy shit. You missed the K. Push, Daniel, you missed the K. So, coated with chocolate, skimming second, but has her K. The word is monkey. So, Daniel had money. You forgot the K. Then we have Sassy, Tammy, then Ricardo, and the Taylors. And Daniel corrected himself there.
So, it is Sassy win?
No. It is chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all right, so let's give you the next set.
What's that, the bad one?
Let me see if I don't give you a clue for this one, if you guys will get it. Let me see.
So you're on the fourth one, right?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
Embroider, I'll get it in record time. All right, so that's the next set of letters to unscramble. Ricardo said hypocrite Baron. Tommy said yes, Baron. Team Taylor. Lol.
No, I'm supposed to prepare a sandwich.
Hold on, you're keeping score.
Okay. So probably don't make kind of that, right?
And Ricardo is saying, Tommy, come go up. And Taylor said, leave Tommy, Ricardo. And Empress is saying, yes, Empress is saying, yes, and him took a roll Baron and never me tell you if it talk, you know, and mute you long time, but you still a make nice Baron, the fridge and defrost, pure talking. Oh my God. And Taylor, Ricardo said, Taylor's come go up to laugh out loud. Ricardo said, tough it Baron.
Yeah, I know.
And Ricardo
Like, come and take up for Ricky. Honey, look come and take up for Ricky. You come to fight hard for Ricky. And so Ricky, I call me tough it. Boy.
And Empress is saying, look Baron mouth about chocolate. Oh, I'm gonna tell us them bright, them British bad. All right, let me see who first. Let me just refresh. Dark chocolate. What is dinky?
What is dinky?
What is dinky? So first, the correct word, which is kidney, is Ricardo. Then Dark chocolate corrected corrected that, and then Daniel, then Tammy, then Sassy. I'm gonna go down there like it. Okay.
Well, honey, you know, say Ricky bad mind. You come and fight hard for Ricky and defend Ricky. Ricky bad mind, you know?
Yeah, so Daniel is saying it would be me first. Me left off the K. I know if you had your K, you would have been first.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Oh, shucks. All right, let me. Did it interrupt anything? No. Let me put in the next set of letters.
JJ coming down on me.
I'm saying hungry.
JJ, what's up?
Nothing.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Right, that done. You want cream cheese?
Yeah.
All right.
I am coming.
And you did that like an hour ago.
You chill and you love over exaggerate time too much. Take out a soda or the cola or something. And make sure you pay attention to what you're taking out. Make sure it's a soda.
Only you don't get more. You don't get new sodas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Are the palm something right?
That's why I look for make sure I didn't take out. ETAR.
I'll put some guineas in it.
All right, so that's the next set of letters to unscramble. And Empress is saying, Baron, one little laxative, make him stuck about.
Empress.
No, sir.
We can't really say Empress I deal with myself.
Okay, so this is quoted response to the last one, dinky. What is dinky? Then said, laugh out loud, then we laugh, watch dinky. Empress said, watch chocolate spelling dinky. Yes, I see it's laughing. Then it said, Ricardo said, watch dinky. Everybody I watch dinky. Oh my goodness. And Tommy said, Ricardo changed like green lizard.
And a lie natural, Tommy. My mom tell you.
Oh my God. You come like a chameleon. Empress says, go Ricky, the hug, and it's coated with chocolate, not dark chocolate. Oh my goodness, what did I say? Oh, sorry. Coated with chocolate.
Chocolate.
And Empress is saying, Baron and Top
God.
and stop calling Ricky name. Daniel say, Whitey, I hate you. It shows me first. But remember, you left off the K. And Ricardo said, Baron, stop calling me name. And Danny said, laugh out loud. Hush, Daniel, it do me that too. Then I'm here last. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see who first came in with the correct. Whoa. So first on the board with the correct word, which is watermelon, is Mel and Chris Lifestyle. Let me just make sure we go up that. No, if any mishaps. Then we have coated with chocolate. Then the Taylors, Tammy, Ricardo, Sassy, Daniel. What? Sassy said, come true, Mel. Oops. Oh my goodness. This thing just made a huge jump. Okay, there's where it should be. Said, come true, Mel. All right, let's put the next one in. Or Jaden, come back from me. I need to pick up the piece. All right, so this is the next set of letters to unscramble. And that's we're on number 6. All right, so.
Yeah, number 6 is correct.
And Daniel is saying, where Mel come from?
Okay, so let me just highlight the score. Ricardo on 2, Chocolata on 2, and Mel and Chris on 1.
Okay. All right, Daniel is saying this not safe. No, Mel and Chris was here all along. Okay, and Taylor's is watching, and Ricardo is saying, Tammy, don't call me name. And Mel and Chris is saying, undercover Daniel. And Daniel is saying, me want a telescope, maybe we'll see a wider range or at a longer distance. And Empress is saying, Ricky, you guys enemies? And Ricardo said, me and Tammy will always be enemies, and laughing. So Empress is giving Daniel this telescope. She says, here you go. So you can spy out. Daniel said, thanks, Empress. Oh my goodness. And Daniel is saying, we want a nearsighted vision. All right, let's see who first came in with the correct word after unscrambling. All right, chocolate. So the word is tulip. Then we have Dion, Ricardo, Mel and Chris, Taylor's, Daniel, and that's the order in which they came in. And we're moving on to number 7.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Oops. Okay. All right, that's the next set of letters. And Tammy is saying, good night, guys. Going to bed. I can't hang. This was fun. Okay, Tammy, thank you so much.
Bless up, Tammy.
For coming. Really appreciate it, and have a blessed and wonderful weekend, and have a good rest. Really appreciate you coming.
I'm thankful for the powerful contribution as always. Really appreciate it, Natural Tabby. Enough respect. Bless up.
And Empress is saying, use them, yeah, I must see, you must see clearer. And Empress, Tammy is saying good night, Ricardo. Taylor's are saying good night to Tammy. Ricardo said, go on your bed for real. Get corrupt. And Sassy said bye, Tammy. Ricardo said good night. Tammy rest well and giving her a hug. And Tammy saying good night to Taylors, good luck, and giving them a thumbs up. And Tammy saying good night to Sassy. And Daniel is saying bye to Tammy. And then we have them coming back in. Okay, thanks for taking care of that, guys. Ricardo, thanks for taking care of that, Ricardo. And so, first with the correct word, which is fishing, is chocolate.
All right.
Then Sassy, Mel, Daniel, and Ricardo. All right, let's put in number 8. All right, so that's the next set of letters. And Teacher P saying good night, Tammy. Have a good night's rest. Thank you so much for still being here, Teacher P. Really appreciate that.
Exactly.
And Empress is saying,
Teacher P.
Empress is saying good night, Tammy. Sleep tight. And Ricardo is saying, wait, so the time did late. When you're having fun, time runs by very quickly. You don't realize or when you're busy.
So what, 11:42 in Jamaica right now? 11:42?
Yeah, it's 11:42 there now. And Empress is saying, yes, Ricky, late. And Ricardo is saying, go on chocolate. And then he's saying, yes, Ricky. And Chocolate is saying, yeah, and flexing muscle. All right, so we're on to the next word. So let's see who first came in with the word. And the word is shampoo. And we have Sassy.
Sassy?
We have Sassy, shampoo, then Taylor's, then chocolate, Ricardo, Melon Chris, then Daniel. All right, let's give the next set of.
Still can't call it.
Still can't call it? Okay. It's just 2 more. Let's see what you say.
Yeah.
Okay, that is. Oh. Non-writing confusing me. All right, next set of letters. There you go, guys. Oops. Oh my God, it just jumped again. And Teacher P saying thanks. Thank you as well, Teacher P. And Ricardo is saying this not safe to cacaphone. Oh my God. And Ricardo is saying, me can't get a win. And Chocolate is laughing at Ricardo. And Ricardo saying, Ricardo, try hard. Chocolate is saying, try harder, Ricardo. And Sassy saying, "Una leg of my shirt." And Ricardo is asking, what's the score?
Okay, so being that Ricardo is asking for the score, Ricardo is on 2. Chocolate is on 4. Melon Chris on 1. Sassy on 1.
All right. So Danny said laugh out loud Ricky, and then okay, so the word, let's see who first came in with the correct word, and the word is countdown. We have chocolate. It is done.
Okay, so now we have a winner. Congratulations, Chocolate, to walk away with that.
So the second round goes to chocolate.
So second round
First
go to
round
chocolate.
was
First round
Taylor's.
for Taylor's.
So congratulations to
Chocolate.
the winner so far. And Ricky
Alright.
said, may I go sleep? No, Empress said, may I go sleep, Ricky? And Empress said, you know, see me not try. And Ricardo is saying, a Byron salt is a rub off on me, you know. Okay, that's as not but dropped it yet. Okay,
Yeah.
so for chocolate, I'm going to put my IG information in the chat, and you can hook me up on IG. Okay, can I play again? Yes, it's
Yes,
a free
you
for
can
all
play.
round. So that means it's somebody who's familiar with the game. So you can link me up on IG with the number that you want the credit to be sent to, and this must indicate whether it's Digicel or Flow. And I'm on the last set, Jaden. I'm almost done, I promise you.
I need something to eat.
You're not gonna
You
keel
don't-
over, you're not starving. I'm coming.
All right.
Go and take some grapes and wash and eat, or some strawberries. I'm coming. All right, so the next round is general knowledge. So I am gonna give you a statement, and then you're gonna tell me what it is. Let me see if I can give an example. Like an example is like, what is a small island called? And that would be an islet, something like that, to that effect. But I'm gonna give you like an abstract statement or a sentence, and then you're gonna tell me what it is. So the first one is large animal with very big nose. What is a large animal with a very big nose? Yes, Chocolate, you can play again. I don't think I'd answered you. And Ricardo said, no, go to your bed. You know, so she now gonna wear Ricardo. And then he said, laugh out loud, Ricky. And Empress he said, Ricky, yeah, what, Talch?
All right.
And Chocolate is saying, okay, lol. And Ricardo is saying, a Byron, write them question. Yeah.
No.
Is your fasting say no? Is your fasting ball out? No. It's me write them, guys. All right, so first with the correct response is Ricardo, an elephant.
All right.
So an elephant has a very big nose. The answer says a beast. Then we have Taylor's with elephant, Mel and Chris, elephant. The answer, elephant don't have nose. Then what, they breathe out of it. Of course, I have a nose at the end of their trunk. That's where they breathe. And then number 2, put the chocolates and laugh out loud, I'm lost. The answer, elephant have trunk, but remember they have the 2 opening at the end of it, that is their nose. That's where they breathe through when they close their mouth. Number 2 is Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor are all examples of. So Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor are all examples of. Guys, think of it when I say, okay. See now, get it. All right, I see it. All right, so let me see. So coated chocolate initial said meals, no. Ricardo prefix, Mel sirs. So Ricardo title prefix, yes, they're titles. And then we have coated chocolate coming back with titles. Okay, I have to catch back up with there. Okay, number 3 is if you remember a lot of things, you have a good. So if you remember a lot of things, you have a good. Elephant, and chocolate. Okay, I read that already. And chocolate says, lol, I'm lost. Ricardo says, sassy, come go up. The answer, elephant, I'm drunk. Ricardo says, stay lost. Listen, corrupt tonight. Oh my God. Sorry, Tyler. Okay, the answer titles, yes. All right, let's see who first came in with the correct response for number 3, because there is a lot of persons who got it correct. Okay, so Ricardo, then chocolate. So Ricardo came in first with that. Then chocolate, the answer is memory. If you remember a lot of things, you have a good memory. Taylor's, the Sassy. Okay, and that's the order. Then Melon, Chris. Just forgot there. Oh my goodness. Hyperthymic. You know what? I need to look up this word. It's the first I'm seeing this word. Hyperthymesia. It's almost a jaw-breaking word. All right. Number 4 is something you say to agree with people. Something you say to agree with people. So when you're in agreement with something somebody says, what do you normally say? Okay, Daniel, no problem. Thank you. Ricardo said that's right. Said decisions, no. All right, so I see the answer that I am looking for. So first on the board with the correct answer is Sassy with yes. When you agree with somebody, whatever they say, you say yes. Or you can say you're right or true too, but yes is the one I'm looking for. And yes came before the others. All right, number 5. What do you call a foreigner or someone who comes from another planet? A foreigner or someone who comes from another planet. Ricardo, open my mouth wide. A foreigner or someone who comes from another planet. All right, I see the answer I'm looking for. And first on the board with the correct response is the Taylors with alien. Remember, I also said from another planet. Tourists sometimes behave like they come from another planet, but it's not tourists I'm looking for. All right, so number 6. Ricardo first. Hold on. Now tell me something made that mistake again. Oops, yes, sorry. Ricardo had alien. Sorry.
I'm not telling you.
And just to make it a point I do to figure further back up, and I thought I went further.
Trying to take away from Taylor and give it to Ricardo.
Yeah, sorry, Taylor. So Ricardo have aliens. All right, and then number 6 is you need this to pump blood around your body. You need this to pump blood around your body. Ricardo throat can go for me. Oh my God. Ricardo said, but look at you now and laughing. Ricardo said, check again. Yes, thanks. And Chocolate said, Ricardo first. Ricardo says, check again and shouting it out. And yeah, Ricardo first. Ricardo said, me first. Ricardo was first. Okay. And Mel and Chris is saying two. And Ricardo said, and then I put out candle for me already. And Chocolate said, go Ricardo. And the Taylors showing the monkey wrench. And Ricardo is laughing and he's burning fire and candle. All right, so number 6. Let's see who first came in. All right, first on the board, I know you have the tea, Chocolate, but how we play the game, as long as it's not spelling and you don't have to have it correct, because sometimes there can be typo or the phone mess you up, and we know that's the answer you were putting, then you automatically get that answer. So technically speaking, Ricardo is first, because you can see that it's a typo. Ricardo is first on the board with that answer. He has Erie, but I know he meant heart. And then Chocolate has heart. And then Ricardo corrected himself. And the Taylors have heart as well. Mel and Chris and Dion. Oops. And the Taylors are laughing. Right, so you have that one for Ricardo.
Okay.
Is it done?
No.
Okay. All right, so number 7 is, let me see if there's any.
Yeah, so this that would finish the game, number 3. Yeah, because it's 6 points, we got on 5.
Yeah, but you have.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 4 more, so there's
yeah,
a potential,
okay,
yeah.
Which
All right, so I forgot to put, let me just do this for Chocolate. Oh, I remember, so I don't come off here and forget. Okay, that's my IG for you, Chocolate. All right, so number 7 is a black and white animal. A black and white animal. Taylors are laughing, and Ricardo said, what a bear and silent no. Hunger pass through.
That's how we can know the right thing. We can know say hungry pass through.
I mean, the hunger pass through, come and say hungry. You just beat and come straight downstairs as you come through the door. And Ricardo said, Empress Baron asleep.
Who asleep? That one tell that I'm not asleep.
Ricardo shouted for Empress. And Tiffany saying, go Ricky and dancing. And Sassy saying, Tiffany, thank you so much for still being here, Tiffany. And Chocolate is saying, congrats to Ricardo. Ricardo is giving Tiffany a hug. And oops, oh my God. Okay, and Taylor's is saying congratulations to Ricardo, and Tiffany is congratulating Ricardo, saying go Ricky. And Mitch Boo is in the building.
Bless up myself, Mitch Boo.
Baron asleep.
What asleep?
And she laughing. He's on his phone. And Mitch Boo said, hi everyone. Hello, Mitch. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Saturday to you. And really appreciate the support as usual. Welcome, welcome. And Empress is saying, Mr. Anne will move the comments. Let me see if the one bear asleep. No, just be
no, I'm not asleep.
I'm not sleeping. I'm checking something on him phone. All right. So let's see. Let's see who came in with the correct response. Nobody's responded. A black and white animal. What is a black? Which animal is black and white? That was number 7. Like everybody else sleeping there, and I say you sleeping.
Unless I'm asleep. Can you imagine?
A black and white animal. Which animal is black and white?
Cat.
Ricardo is saying a Michi.
Panda.
Predominantly black and white. They don't come in any other color.
Panda.
Jesus Christ.
Are you for sure?
No. But I said, for waiting that short of the answer, you're real. Tiffany says, sleep and wake tired and beat me. And if you tell her, Tiffany, come in this morning, me get about 2.5 hours sleep. I mean, even wake up before the alarm when I set. And Mitchie is saying, up.
All right, Mitchie.
Up, may I laugh out loud. And Empress is saying, Tiffany, oh Jesus, Tiffany is saying Empress, and Mitchie is saying, whoa, in my belly. And Ricardo said, Tiffany, you're not easy. And sleep there box me, you see. And Empress is saying, hey, Tiff. And Tiff is saying, Mitchie boo. And Mitchie boo saying, laugh out loud, me not sleep now. And Ricardo is saying, go up the chat past you. Okay, all right, see it now. All right, let's see how many persons came in with. Okay, oh, it's scattered. That's why. Make sure I read those. So first on the board with the correct response is Tiffany. It's a zebra.
All right. So that's supposed to end the game.
Tiffany.
Yeah, that end the
So
game.
Tiffany just throw a monkey wrench in there and end the game.
So congratulations, Ricardo. You know, I've been voting for you from all night to make sure you win this game. And you know, Ricky and Byron, you know, we are pals, right?
So you can't breathe down now, Ricky. Say I for leave.
And as you see, you know, my Ricardo take away that one. All right.
And then Mitchie said, oh,
big up Ricardo.
And Empress is saying, Ricky, who's coated with chocolate? And Tiffany said, check up in the chat and the answers, you're telling me the answers were up there. Okay, you're mixed in everything. Yeah. Ricardo said the answers was there. And Empress is saying them answer long time. Okay. And then Mel and Chris also came in with zebra. And Tiffany said, Ricardo, get the answer long time. Yeah. I am slow. I'm like snail mail. Slow to deliver. And go put out the chat some more instruction to go. Stay home, stay home, stay home. Okay, Mitchie. Ricky is saying, go. He make sure he puts it in a caps lock this time. I can't miss it. And Mitchie is saying, you guys make me can't drive off and just coming out of supermarket and can't drive home because this chat is nice.
Remember tell you, Mitchie.
Oh my goodness. So stop traffic. And Ricardo said, I said zebra long time, okay. And go for it. Oh my goodness. The amount of go up. You can do that, but please don't kill it with onion.
No, sir. You're killing me right now.
Jesus. And Ricardo is saying, Baron, don't call me. And Chocolate is saying, oh, and who's coated with chocolate and laughing? Oh my goodness, and Taylors are laughing, and Ricardo is saying, Chocolate, a horse named Chocolate. And like Chris says, Ricardo for zebra. Yes, Ricardo got it. And quoted is saying, laugh out loud, then we laugh, them slow Ricky. And Ricardo said, I get Zebra first. And yes, Ricky. And Sassy saying, lol. And Taylor's is saying, I really enjoy this challenge. Congratulations to all the winners. Yes, thank you. Yes, congratulations to all the winners. And Michelin Doll is in the building saying, checking in and showing some virtual hearts. Thank you so much, Michelin. Happy Saturday to you as well, and welcome again. And Ricardo is saying, goodbye. Michelin is saying, Tio blessings and showing virtual heart. And Mitchell is laughing. Oh my God, trust me, hungry attack. Back through both of us. So I'm going to prepare something to eat. As I forgot to get the chicken today when I went to the supermarket. I was either supposed to get a rotisserie or swing by KFC. So then I called him and he said he got the chicken. So I thought he had the chicken for dinner, but it's actually bag of 3 raw chicken. So both of us was not communicating very well. Oh my God. So now we're going to have to just make some sandwiches. Ricardo said, Empress with different face. And Chocolate is saying, still not catching on. And Quoted is saying, them slow in Ricky. And Quoted is saying, Byron left the pot, man. Yes, Empress. We know you have many, many different clothes. Oh my God. All right, guys. So again, thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Ricky laughing. Quoted laughing. Okay, thank you so much for your usual support. Really, really appreciate you guys being here so late. You could have been in your beds or doing something else, but you chose to be here with us, and we're really grateful for that. And I pray that everyone will have a good rest tonight. And have a good rest tonight and have a blessed and wonderful weekend and a productive week to come. Here, Baron, turn up the TV up there. Oh my goodness. And Chocolate is saying, and me, I'm gonna make you send it to a different number. Okay, no problem, Empress. And me, I'm gonna make you send it to my father. Okay, no problem, we'll do that. Okay, guys, so I'm not gonna say goodbye that because that sounds fine. I'm just gonna say walk good, and we'll see you later. Until next Friday. I can't say who's gonna be live tomorrow or who's gonna be live when, because everybody's sort of off schedule right now. But Tara should be live on Sunday or Monday and again during the week. So I guess you guys just have to look out for the notifications. Kai has not been on for a while now because you know that there was some death in her family. So guys, just pay attention to the notifications for those who are going to be live next. The Taylors too, because I kept looking for them their usual time and sometimes they're not on, so it's hard to say. So if they're still here and want to say if they're going to be on tomorrow, you can drop it in the chat. Ricardo is saying goodbye, guys. Have an amazing weekend. Sleep and murder me. Yeah, them so later. All right. Amelia Chris is saying bye. Ricardo is saying see you all soon. And Chocolate is saying walk good. Have a blessed weekend. Dan is saying bye. And tell Baron good night. Will do. Good night, guys. Sleep well. Walk good. Oh, Mel and Chris. Oops. Sorry, Mel and Chris is saying we'll be live on Wednesday. Okay, Mel and Chris. Yes, we look out for the notification for Wednesday. And the Taylor saying have a blessed night, everyone in the chat. Okay, guys. Good night.